I need a gimbal. I need to get myself a new gimbal. I need to buy myself a new gimbal. I ain't got one since I broke my last one. See how many people are getting. Debating whether to do a panel or not, but as always, I kind of think, nope, just go live. Don't like panels. I don't like going live really, but you know, I don't really like going live if I'm completely honest, but you know, it's one of them things. Sometimes lives go really, really well and you enjoy them, and other times they're boring. Let's face it, they're boring. Just sat here looking at my ugly mug. Much rather be out there doing content, that's for sure. Much rather be out creating content than doing a boring live. I know some people enjoy doing them, but they're not really for me. Let's see, one person. I'll say one thing though, I like the fact that they're quiet. I love that. I don't know if I did a live one day and then all of a sudden the number jumped up to like 1,000 or something and there were loads of even hundreds, I'd probably end up freaking the hell out. So I'm glad I only get a few people in here. I like how they're just nice and calm, easy to manage, easy to handle. A lot easier. I know I see some people's lives and they get out of hand. They just completely get out of hand. Bum, 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 bum. It's whether I get people in here talking as well. That's the other thing. I know I get a few ghost watchers. Hey, Eamon. Hello, 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 stranger. How are you? How's things going? Yogan, hello. Debating whether to do a panel or not. It's always the same with me. I should just do one and stop overthinking it. You know what I mean? Literally just do it and not overthink it. But it's one of them things where I don't like them. I don't enjoy doing them and I don't like them. So it's like, you know, I'd much rather be out creating content than sat on a panel with people, you know, talking crap, basically. It's weird. Miss handmade Dina. I know. Someone even bloody messaged me the other day. Didn't realise that he'd passed. Someone left a comment the other day and said, "Oh, you should hook up with that guy that you used to hook up with, who does them abandoned buildings." And I said, he dies. Bloody hell, typical. Why are you ringing me now? Bugger off. It's worth seeing you, yeah. I mean, it's good. It's nice. It's nice to go live. That's it. It's nice to go live and interact with people in the moment and interact with people live, but I'd still rather do my videos. Zero Mist. Hello, Zero Mist. He did some good panels as well, didn't he, Eamon? He enjoyed doing his panels. He did some good panels. Some people are good at that thing. Some people enjoy doing that and they're good at what they do. You know what I mean? It's some people just enjoy doing the panels over creating content. But other people just, you know, it's whatever suits you as a person, I guess. It's just the panels are a hard thing. It's just they're a very, you know, I don't know. They're very tough thing, the panels. Great one. Try to be. Just try and stay positive in this somewhat I don't know, very, very upsy-turvy, up and down. I like to call it yin-yang world now. These days, I like to call it we're living a very yin-yang world right now, don't we? With everything that's going on, with everything that's happening and going on, it's very, 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 very hard to stay positive and to stay, good, and you know, it's so difficult. So much happening where people are just at the wit's end now and angry and frustrated, and do you know what I mean? Hey, Gregory. And that's another reason why I don't do panels as well, because I want to get, I'd love to do a panel and get the right kind of, panel going, and have light-hearted conversation. I don't want to have a panel and have toxic debates. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of these panels, they're all surrounded around toxic debates, or shall we say the debates, they just go round and round and round in circles, and there's just no end to them. It's just about the same topic of conversation, and you know what I mean. I just want light-hearted conversations. I don't mind having a little bit of a debate, because you can't help that. You know what I mean? You can't, when you get a panel with different people on with different mixed opinions on things, you can't help it. You can't help where the conversation's going to go. So it's all right to a degree having a debate, but it's just when it starts getting out of hand and getting toxic and people just start arguing and talking over each other and nothing's being achieved, nothing's being accomplished. So it's one of them where I just want fun, light-hearted conversation. Put our opinions to one side. Put our beliefs and opinions to one side. We could just have, do bloody ghosts exist? Do aliens exist? Even if the talk gets ridiculous, you know what I mean? Even if the talk gets a bit silly and a bit stupid, do you know what I mean? There can be a touch of serious to it, a touch of seriousness to it, but it's just sometimes it's just nice to just have light-hearted conversations. Where are the like-minded people? The people that just think outside of the box. Not always just thinking political and religious, and do you know what I mean? Where are the light-hearted, light-minded people? You know what I mean? Who like to just think a little bit skew with, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does or not. Like I know, when I'm talking about stuff, I know I'm rambling, I know I'm waffling, I know I'm rambling, but to me, it's like stuff that actually makes sense. Like I know in my head when I talk about certain things, it makes sense. And I'm not saying, oh, I know I'm right. What I'm saying is facts, and I'm 100% right on this. But it's that case of explaining it, saying it in a way that people are on my wavelength and get where I'm coming from. Do you know what I mean? Every religion starts exactly, and that's what I mean. It just, I don't know. It's one of them where, again, this is what I mean by these demonstration protests, right? I don't want to be one of these people and say they're pointless. These protests, these panels, these debates, they're totally pointless. They don't achieve anything. Nothing comes out of them. I don't want to be one of them people that says that, right? I don't want to be one of them miserable people that just sit here and says protests are pointless. However, on the other hand, what are they achieving exactly? When you think about when you step back away from him, and especially, right, especially over the last 5 years, right, that I know of, you know what I mean? And let's face it, how many protests and demonstrations have there been over the last 5 years? What have they achieved exactly? How have they improved the country? Do you know what I mean? If anything, to me, it's just getting worse. The country is just getting worse and it's declining. If anything, it's not improving. So these protests are happening every day, every week, every month. A couple. a few times a year where they're absolutely massive, like these big protests, and you kind of think, what are they really accomplishing? What are they 100% accomplishing? Sorry guys, I'm just waffling here and I'm ignoring the comments, so let me just have a flick back. I do apologise. Then Grogo such wars, you got it all wrong, Earwax. You got it all wrong, Earwax. You got it all wrong, Earwax. Where are you from, Lancashire? Where are you from? Like, you noobs weren't there in the Dangerous Steel Baronet. He's Gorgon. Brutal. How has Gorgon benefited the country? A steel brain, steel or brain what? Wing, right wing, same bird. Yeah, exactly, that's it. This is what I'm saying. It's all cut from this. To me, politics is all the same. It's all the politicians, anyone in that era, the Lib Dems, the Conservatives, all this cut from the same cloth. This is, again, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm speaking facts here. This is just my opinion. They're all the same. They're all the same, coming from it from different angles, different point of view, different angles. But the bottom line is they're all the same. None of them are for us. All they want is the exact same thing: money, power, position, and control. That's all the government wants. That there's no, and do you know what I mean? So they are all the same. But they are getting exactly what they want from the public, which is divide and conquer. And people just can't seem to see that. They can't seem to see that they're playing into their hands. They've got the public eating. They're protesting about things that are already set in motion. It's happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I'm saying? What's happening today has already been set in motion the past few years. You know, so it's like, you know, that's why I'm thinking, you know, if you were protesting about a particular subject, one subject, and that's another thing as well. Maybe it's because there's too many things happening all at one go. Maybe there's too many issues, and it's getting too much, if that makes sense. There's a lot going on at the same time, and there's two. So what is the main issue? What is the main underlying issue? And how can that issue be solved? Because some people might be fighting for freedom, some people might be fighting for change, some people might be fighting for immigration, some people might be fighting for, and it's all just, is it too much? It's too much, because to me, like I say, if you were just doing one protest about one subject, right, because see, this is where it gets complicated. This is why I don't want to sit here and say protests don't do anything, right? Because if we look at past protests, and I don't mean over the past 5 years, I mean when protests first became a thing, when protests years ago first started happening. So wasn't there if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there a protest, let's say, for example, around equal pay? Yeah, there was a protest years and years and years ago around equal pay. Men and women should be paid equally. And colour as well. It doesn't matter what colour you are and what sex you are, you should be paid equally. If you are in the same job, you should be paid equally, right? And there was protests where they were quite small. They weren't big protests. Like the protests what started years ago, they were just small protests. If I'm not mistaken, I wasn't there. I don't know. I could be wrong. But the protests were tiny. Yeah? They only had a few hundred people at them, if that. And they had a major impact on the way things moving forward worked. Whereas the protests today and demonstrations today, they seem like they're getting out of hand. Like there's more people going to them, but yet not accomplishing out, not achieving anything. Am I wrong there? Am I wrong in saying that? I don't know. I don't know. What's going on here? Are people already arguing amongst yourselves? Don't start fighting in my chat. Please don't start fighting amongst yourselves. This is what I mean. I don't want to have anyone fighting here. This is what I mean. I don't want anyone turning on each other. Yeah? We should not insult each other. I don't get. We should not insult each other. I get what you're saying. Yeah, this is what I mean. We can put our opinions aside. We can put our feelings aside. You know what I mean? We're all individuals. We all have our own thoughts, feelings, opinions on things. Yeah? Some things we might agree on, other things we're going to disagree on. But do we really need to start name calling and fighting and arguing and wars breaking out and discriminating against each other? What does that achieve? Are you against immigration? Main issue is keeping the pure British and fewer. So, hope the travelling is going okay. I want to buy you. You want to buy me a beer? I'm back home now. I'm back home, not travelling right now. Bloody feet are killing me. I wish I were though. I wish I were still travelling. Don't want to be by the way. No, I'm talking about. We can order it to. Where are you from? Yeah, so I mean, I know I look like I've got a few new people. I'm in UK. I'm UK, Lancashire. I'm in Lancashire. Lancashire sounds very Scottish. Fucking Scottish. Fine, it's the war with Glory Hall. I get felt like freedom of speech. Yeah, but it's taking a frigging whack though, freedom of speech these days, isn't it? It's like even with that, we can't even agree on freedom of speech anymore. We literally, it's looking like we can't even agree what freedom of speech is anymore. Because in some way, freedom of speech is being able to say what you want to say, right? But then as soon as you start saying what you want, oh no, you're not allowed to say that. You'll offend too many people if you say that. You're gonna upset some people if you say you're not allowed to say that. That you're gonna get your account banned if you say that. So it's like, where is that fine line? Where is that fine line between freedom of speech, being able to say what we want, and hateful speech? Because there is a very fine line, and who draws that line between, and it's like comedians, going to watch a comedian. I've always loved comedians, but even now, like, seeing certain comedians taking it too far. If you're going to a comedy show, you know what you're going to expect. You're going to comedians usually are people that will rip the shred out of you. And comedians are usually people who talk very, pick the most controversial topics and make a joke about them. But you're getting some people who are saying that comedian's going too far. That comedian's taking it too far. So it's like, where is that fine line between freedom of speech and hate speech? Because this is the problem now. It's just like the line's blurred. The line's blurred. Keir is on his way to arrest you. I'm on Team Green Bean. Oh, honestly, this is what I mean. It's like, this is why, realistically, I'm not political. I'm not political at all. Like I say, politics bores the shit out of me. And when it comes to the government, I just do not give a shit about any of them. They are completely different entities to us. They are living in a completely different universe to us. You know what I mean? And I just don't. They are a group of elites that have their own narrative, have their own underlying narratives. That's all the government are. They are this entity that have brainwashed people to believe everything they say and follow everything and make us think we can't function without them. What do people think? Do we, if we, because I don't, again, it's that thing where I don't want to say we don't need a government. We don't need one, right? I don't want to be one of the people that say we shouldn't have one. But do you think we could necessarily, do you think we could function without one? If we didn't have them, could we function? Because to me, I think we could. It might be a bit chaotic at first and a bit mad at first, but I genuinely do think we are grown adults. We should be able to look after ourselves. But it's like we're living in a world today where we just need order. We need a group of people to follow. We don't know who these people are. All we know of them is what we see on the telly, what they show us on the telly. That's all we know of these group of people. And yet we follow them so blindly and believe everything they tell us. Yet, I think, do we need them? Do we actually need them? David Pasquale. David Pasquale. Who's that? David Pasquale. I didn't even know who that is. How would that even make sense? What about the economy? See, this is what I mean. Well, what about it? What do you mean? This is what I'm saying. It's if you're that, if you just can't open your mouth. Again, I'm not being cruel here. Right? I'm not having a go. But if you just can't think, step away, turn off the politician mind. Turn off. It's hard because this is what you've been trained to think your entire life. So it's rewiring your brain. It's turning off what you've been taught and thinking outside of the box. If you could pick another way of living, if you could think of another way of living different to what we're doing today, what would that way be? And would it be better? Because I personally think it could work. It has happened. It has happened, and I think it could work. With the right kind of people, with the right kind of like-minded people, it could work. It's just about rewiring your brain. It's about rewiring because what you've been all your life, you've been taught to think a certain way. From school, from society, from the news, from government. You've just been taught to think a certain way, one track minded way, that you can't just switch that off and think outside of the box and just think a little bit more differently to what you've been taught. I'm not saying go against what you believe. I'm not saying go against your beliefs and your, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to get you to think a little bit differently. Just even if it's just hypothetical. Just imagine you're just sitting down and writing a story, right? Just imagine you woke up tomorrow and you got a pen and paper and you think, right, today I woke up and I went to the magical cornfield of blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Just imagine you're writing your own story. How would your own story go? Rather than this, we have to live this way, we have to work 9 till 5s, we have to do this and we have to follow this and we have to follow this rule and we have to follow that rule and we have to live like this and we have to survive, we need this, and to survive, we need that. Step away from that. Step away from what you know and start thinking a little bit differently. What is brainwashed? What is brainwashed? What is brainwashed? What's brainwashed? It's not brainwashed, it's brainwashed. What are you lot? I can't even keep up with you lot. I don't know if you're actually talking to me or talking to each other. Some very weird comments here, or comments that I don't know, just not work, just not understanding. Some people are being a bit silly, aren't we? We're being a bit silly. We're having a good day. How are you, American Auditor, anyway? I apologise if I'm ignoring people, but I'm just on a bit of a ride. Like, I've just got a couple of questions running around in my head. That's why I go live. That's why I go live, just to see what how other people think and feel. This is why I usually do my videos. But it just, like I say, it just seems like, right, or when it comes to social media, again, I don't sit in a lot of these lives because, to be honest with you, most of them bore the absolute daylights out of me, if I'm completely honest. But I see a lot of people doing a lot of panels and they're just shouting at each other about bloody do you know what I mean? They're just shouting at each other about politics and religion. And then, like I say, I just do one video asking one question, and it's like nobody can answer it. Nobody can answer it. And it's not like I'm looking for a serious answer. It's just like, am I just asking such a difficult question that, like I say, again, you haven't got an answer to? Cat, you need a good mod, not me, someone you trust. Well, that's the thing. This is why I don't have mods, because again, I don't go live a lot. I don't go live a lot. Do you know what I mean? Just ignore them. If people want to put silly comments, just ignore it. This is what I mean. YouTube does its thing now. This is the thing with YouTube. If someone puts something stupid, YouTube bloody mutes it anyway. I don't, do you know what I mean? I did have mods, but because I just got rid of everyone because I weren't going live, and then it is what it is. It's just some people just, for some reason, can't have a normal conversation. You know what I mean? And then it's like, mods are just, do you know what I mean? I'd either make everyone a mod or nobody a mod. That's the thing with me. It's one of them things. I mean, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not like it's out of hand. Like, I don't get loads and loads and loads and loads of people in here where I need loads and loads of people muted. But you and whatever your name is, you are like, I don't know what you're rambling on about, but this is the thing. I don't want to block people, but it's like, can you at least try and make sense with what you put in, or are you just rambling like I am? You literally just, you know what I mean? You're just not making any sense. Hell's Beach Finds, hello. It's like every time I go live, I kind of notice new names that I've not seen before. So that's another reason why it's nice to go live. Just kind of get, ooh, Joe Black, where have you been at? You've been a bit of a stranger recently, Joe. Blimmin' heck, how are you? Hey, Michael. I mean, I could, like I say, again, it is a case of I could mute people just for one live, mod people just for the sake of one live, but I don't know. I'm not bothered. This is what I'm saying. I don't, you know what I mean? It's not like, you know, I need it. What have you been up to then, Joe? How have you been keeping yourself recently? Yeah, it's nice going live because I get sort of like new people coming in, of people that like, I get my usual people that have been around for years, and then I get some new people coming in. I'm new, hun. I've changed my channel name. What have you changed it from? Have you been in before? see, some names stand out, some people's names stand out, and then other people's like, you're new. I know you're new. Or if you've changed your name, then obviously it's just a new name. You might have been in before, but you're coming in with a new account. One day you come to my... Oh, you're so random, and Ted. You're so random. I mean, you're not exactly being trolly. I wouldn't necessarily call you a troll, but putting some random ass comments. Oh, I don't know, but yeah, for me, honestly, in all fairness, I just think there's a more sinister reason. Something is going to happen off the back end of Saturday. That's all I'm gonna say. I just think something. You know what I mean? It's not. It's a tough one. Again, I don't want to sit here and say it's pointless, don't go, I'm against it, it shouldn't be happening, blah, blah, blah. I just don't see how it's going to make a difference to anything in today's world. I went to the last one, went to the one a year, it was about a year, innit? It's been about a year since the last one. I just don't see how it's going to make a difference. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I guess only time will tell. But this will be here as proof. Come back to me in a couple of months. And I'll be telling you, a lot of you, I told you so. Like, there'll be another protest, there'll be something else, and Saturdays will be a long distant memory for a lot of people. They followed me for years, Cat. Nice. Working, watching us, and debunks on YouTube. So, same old stuff. It's still doing the same stuff. It's still a mod for oh my god, what's it called now? Oh my god, I forgot what. Oh my god, he's gonna kill me. I've completely forgot his name. What's his Wow, my name's gone black. My mind's gone blank, and he's gonna kill me for forgetting his name. Who we met up with in London. Me, you, and him with a new mod for it in his chat, and I completely forgot what it's called, and I'm not happy with myself for forgetting his name. 1 million people will attend, Cat. It will make a difference. How? 1 million people. Like, there was a lot at the last one. I don't think there'll be that many. Come on. I don't think there'll be quite 1 million. I would say there was about 20,000 at the last one. So there might be a good 50,000 plus maybe. I can't see. But 1 million, when you say there's going to be 1 million people there, bear in mind there's other protests going on. There's 2 other protests going on alongside the Tommy Robinson one. Also, what I've seen other people talking about isn't there big football matches going on that day as well? There's a couple of big football matches going on that day in London as well. And there's 2 other protests running alongside of this one as well. Local, thank you, Joe, local. God, he's going to flipping kill me, and a local experimentalist. Mine just went blank. Yeah. God, if he was here, he'd absolutely kill me. How dare you forget my name? But yeah, I don't think there'll be that many people there. But again, even if there is that many people, again, what difference does it make whether there's 1,000 people there or 1 million? To me, more people seems more carnage, more chaotic, more it's going to get out of hand more. It's a tough one. But I don't know. I just don't think that, I just think only time will tell. Only time will tell. Hey, Princess Angela, how are you, babes? How's things going? Long time no speak. I'm debating whether to do a panel. I want to do a panel, but you know me, Princess, I don't do good with panels, so I'm like, should I do one, should I not? Should I do one, should I not? I've been sitting here for. It's same with going live. I literally sit here about 10 minutes before going live, going, should I go live? Should I not? Should I go live? Should I do a panel? Should I not? Should I not? Sit here arguing with myself. I miss you too. We still need to blooming meet up. We still bloody need to meet up. It's the biggest march in history, can't believe me. Is it though? So what does that mean though? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to get at. What does that mean? Just because it's the biggest? Just because even if everybody in the country went, right? Even if every human being went there in London, which I don't see how that would work, but even if what difference does it make? How will it make a difference to anything? This is what I'm trying to get at. You're just thinking about one day. Going to the march, that's just one day. What's going to come from it? That's what I'm trying to get at. What's going to come from it? You know what I mean? And I don't think people can answer that. And going off past events, nothing, you're not going. Exactly. This is what I mean. People are on the rise. People are playing into the government's hands. That's what's happening. I think, right, and this will never happen in a million years, so it's even pointless saying it. I think it'd make more of an impact if nobody went. That it'd make the government would be more dumbfounded if nobody went. Do you know that? All right, I'll use this as an example. Do you know the whole alien thing, right? When they all do aliens exist, do they not, right? When it came out with, I mean, I didn't quite follow this and whether it was, apparently the government come out finally and admitted, yeah, aliens exist. And a few things happened. But nobody give a shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes something happens. Like, actually, funny enough, that alarm the other day, right? That alarm the other... When I was watching a panel, I was watching a live happening, and I was watching a panel the same time as the alarm went off. Now, the last time that happened, people reacted to it. Oh my God, like the alarm went off, like it was this big thing. And everybody's alarm went off and nobody cared. Nobody talked about it. Nobody said anything. Nobody batted an eyelid. Like, they didn't give a shit that this alarm went off at the phone. They all switched it off and they all carried on with the conversation. It didn't mean anything. So in that same token, just like, so if the government come on TV and said, oh, by the way, guys, aliens exist, they're expecting a response. They're expecting the public to react a certain way. And nobody give a shit. Nobody, oh, well, okay, aliens exist, do they? Right, whoopee-doo. It's the same with these protests. It's literally the same with these protests. People are eating out of the palm of their hand. The government have the public exactly where they want people. And they've got the public eating out of the palm of their hands. If nobody went, that'd be a shock to the system. If people need to start turning the other cheek and doing the opposite, that'll have a big impact and a shock to the system. More people going means more people that they have in the clutch of their hands. Top 5 years ago, Farage would be the next Prime Minister. I predicted Farage would be the next Prime Minister when he went and I'm a Celebrity. It doesn't mean he's any better than the rest of them. This, again, it doesn't matter. Farage, bloody whoever, they're all the same. They're all the same. It doesn't matter who, they are all, trust me, they are all the same. With different, coming at the agendas, their ideas might be different. And how they approach things might be different, but they are all cut from the same cloth. Once you realise these people are cut from the same cloth, once you realise these all want the same thing, and once you realise they all want the public in the palm of their hands, like they already have, that's when you start realising, right, I need to do the opposite. I need to start looking the opposite way. Whilst this demonstration's going on all over here, you've got 1 million people all crowded in London. Yeah? Just picture it this way. You've got all these people here in London distracted at this demonstration on Saturday. Well, they've got something cooking over here. While something else is going on over here. But because we're too busy looking over here and everybody's too busy looking in this direction, going on this demonstration, whatever happens on Saturday, something's going on over here. And that's when things get out of hand. They don't want people looking over here. They don't want people going the opposite way and doing the opposite to what they say. They want people here, all in one place where they can keep an eye on them and have them all where they want them. Do you get that? I agree, but give the man a chance. I wouldn't give any of them the time of day. I would not give any of them idiots the time of day. Trust me. I wouldn't. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could bloody say the name. Hey, Jake. Carnage and possible casualties. Bloody Angela, that's just going to be the tip of the iceberg. Believe me, that is just going to be the tip of the iceberg. Like I say again, I'm not just talking about on Saturday. I'm going to talk about what's going to happen because of the result of Saturday. Following the months following Saturday. That's when it's going to hit hard. And then it's going to be too late. And it's all going to be our fault. It's all going to be the government. Well, we put this in place because you did that day. Do you remember when 13th of September? Do you remember when all you guys did this on that day? Well, this is why this is happening now. And it's all going to be our fault. In the streets of London saying no war in Iraq, they want war anyway. This is I mean, that's a good way of looking at it. Is protests and demonstrations more another war? It's not exactly bombs and killing each other as such, but is it just the same? Is it just the same? Especially because there is going to be counterpart. Exactly, I was just saying this, Princess Angela. This is what people aren't getting. That there's 2 other protests running alongside the Tommy Robinson one. 2 others. And then there's apparently also 2 or 3 football matches running. There's something's gonna happen. What am I saying? 1 million people won't count. I'm just saying 1 million people are brainwashed, basically. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I just think you're just distracted. That's all. I really just think you're just distracted. It's just a distraction. That's it. That's what I don't want to sit here and say I'm against it. I don't want to sit here and say I don't think it should happen because this is what I mean. I'm a bit torn between. I've always said we've got the right to peacefully protest, right? We've got the right to peacefully protest. We have the right to do that. It's just like freedom of speech. We have the right to freedom of speech and freedom of peacefully protesting. And I've always said, if you believe in something bad enough, then stand up and fight for it. If you believe in something so strongly, then stand up and fight for it. I do believe that. I really do. But at what costs? That's what you've got to think at what costs? What costs? What's the outcome going to be? You know what I mean? People are just thinking about one day. People are just thinking about Saturday and one day. They're not thinking about Sunday and next month and next year. They're not thinking about it. Just thinking about one day. I'm going on one day and it's going to be a good day. And I'm not, even if, let's just say, hypothetically, it's going to be a fantastic day. There's going to be no fights, there's going to be no arrests, it's going to be very peaceful. But I'm talking about the outcomes of it. What are going to be the results of it? What are going to be the results of this, of Saturday? Because, again, like I say, there was this protest, they were the same protests this time last year. Maybe not as many people going, maybe it weren't as big and as many people, but what was the outcome of last year's protests? What did that result in? What was the outcome of that? What difference to the UK did that protest make? If you can answer that and say, yeah, this was the result, this happened, this changed this law, this happened from that protest that day, then yeah, fair enough. Will that happen again this time round? He had a nice time, like, yeah, but I did. This is what I'm saying, I'm not sitting here and saying I didn't have a good, the atmosphere is amazing. The atmosphere is electric. But on the other hand, it's also energy draining as well. It's also very, very energy. It's very low frequency. Very, 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 very low frequency as well. But I'm not going to go into that because obviously not everyone understands that. But I'm just talking about the outcomes. What are you hoping to gain, or the outcome with? Are you hoping we'll have this protest Saturday? The immigration will just stop like that. Immigration will just that'll put a stop to it like that. Is that what you're hoping for? Because let's put it this way: whatever you think is going to happen, I can almost guarantee probably the opposite will happen. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm guessing. Whatever you think the outcome of Saturday will be, I can almost guarantee probably the opposite will happen. Could be wrong, and but like I say, I guess it's a case of only time will tell. In a way, only time will tell. Never followed the crowd. They will lead you off the foreign cliff without looking back. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Don't follow the crowd. Don't follow the crowd. That's number one. Follow your own path. Follow your own destiny. This is what I'm saying. Be the author of your own book. Be the author of your own. People need to stop relying and thinking they can only function in this world. You are in charge of your own life. And however you want to run your own life, and however you look at the world, you're in charge of that. Your outlook is on the world is down to you. The government have nothing to do with that. The government have nothing to do with how you see the world. You see the world how you see the world, how you see fit, and how you want to live in this world. You're in charge of how you want to live in this world. You just think that they have an important part in your life when they don't. And they also beheaded Christians. Who beheaded Christians? Oh, what do you think, Princess? Should I do a panel? Should I do a panel, Princess? Or is it just, no point really? There's not much point, is there? There isn't much point. It's one of them. It's funny. I overthink it. I should either just do it or just, do you know what I mean? Up to you. I know. You've not started doing your own panels yet, though, have you? You're not doing them yet. Where attention goes, energy flows. Choose where your attention goes wisely, or you'll bite your eyes. Yeah, see? I think Els Beach has it down to a T there. You choose where your energy goes. I'm going to say, yeah. I just overthink it. It's either just a case. Sometimes it can go really, really well and I really enjoy them. And then other times I just think I hate doing these. Done loads of them, just not recently. Yeah, this is what I mean. Even doing these lives, sometimes I just think I'd just much rather create videos and whatever, but I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Either you've got it in you or you haven't. But yeah, beach has got it there where, you know, where your energy flows. And this is what I mean. This is why I'm like, when it's only in this past year, me doing what I've been doing, where my perspective on life has changed. When I'm sat on top of a cliff, right, looking out at a beautiful view, right, I'm sat there and I've just got a bottle of water and a tent. That's all I need. That is literally all I need. I'm literally sat there in the most beautiful, gorgeous location. It's beautiful sunrise, sunset, whichever one. And I'm sat there looking across the ocean, peace and tranquility. And I'm thinking to myself, all I have right now is a bottle of water and my tent. And I'm happy. I'm literally happy as Larry. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes that's all it takes. That's literally all it takes. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's such an overwhelming feeling. Literally such an overwhelming feeling. Hey, Go West, how's things? God, you've just missed half of what I've said. Have a little bit flip back and because I can't be arsed repeating it. Have a little bit of a rewind. I don't know, can you still do that with lives? I don't know. Is that still possible to do that? Or later on? I don't know. I like you, Kat, but you agree with your country falling on Islam. But is it though? This is what I'm saying, Eamon. You're looking at it all wrong. That's is it going that way because that's what you're being told? I'm not seeing it like that. I don't think it is. That's the difference between us. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying, and again, I'm not being mean towards you. I'm just saying I think you're looking at it all wrong, and you're thinking along them lines because you believe in what you're being told. This is what I'm saying. The propaganda is very, very strong these days. Very strong. And it's you, yeah, I can't explain it in a way that you're just looking at how you're from your perspective because of what you're seeing and what you're being told, because I'm not seeing it that way. I want to go live on TikTok, but I'm very nervous. TikTok's shit. TikTok's even worse than YouTube. That's just for battling. Unless you're going into that with a mindset of making money for the app and battling, sitting there doing them stupid battles, then I don't think you'd get anywhere really. I mean, me and you can just go live on there if you want. Me and you can just go live on there and see what happens. If you want to go live on there, me and you can just go live with each other and let's see what happens. But yeah, I just think TikTok is so much worse than YouTube for lives. Come back to Cornwall. I also agree with your opinion, report. I see, just been living my life with. And that's it. Eamon, look at this. Look at again. Depending where you are in the country, people in Cornwall, and no word of a lie, right? Absolutely no word of a lie. Meeting people in the cities like London, Manchester, to people who live in Cornwall or by the coast, somewhere a little bit more quieter by the coast, have a completely different outlook on life and have a different way of living. And I don't know where you are, Eamon, and I don't have you been to the coast at all? Have you spent much time by the coast at all? Um, where are you, Eamon? Where are you based? I'm not quite. You've got an Irish flag, so I think you're Irish, aren't you? So I don't know exactly where you are, but that's the thing. That when I go into Cornwall, the people in Cornwall, it's just like a completely different world. Like the vibe down there. Belfast, yeah, Belfast. So have you spent much time? Because obviously Ireland's completely different to the UK, as I think anyway in itself. But have you been to Cornwall at all? Have you spent much time by the sea at all? Because when you have, right, when I meet people in London or in Manchester, so the people that I've met in Cornwall or by the coast, they might as well be completely just stepping into two different universes. It's a completely different way of life and a completely different vibe. And this is why I liked Cornwall. And this is why I love Cornwall, because it's completely different to. I understand, but my country is in trouble. I don't think it is. I don't know Ireland. I don't know. Because Ireland's, like I say, it's not the UK, but is it? Is it? Or is that just again, how you're thinking and what you're watching? Because I bet you if you looked at it from a different perspective, you'd probably think actually it isn't. Because I don't think the UK is struggling. I don't think the UK. I think the UK is definitely declined, and I definitely think the UK has definitely added a. But it depends. Oh, it's hard to explain. It's just hard to explain. It literally. All I would say is you just need a different view on life. You need a completely different makeover. I live in Ireland. Did you know London is twice the size of Ireland? Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not talking about size. See, I'm not talking about size. I'm not talking about size and how many people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the way of life. The way of life and like, because for example, I don't like my hometown. I never have. That's why I go travelling, because I just, my hometown, I just see it as very depressing, very run down. But again, that's how I'm looking at it. Other people who come to where I live, they might think it's quite a different part of the woods, and they like it here. And I know we've got different nice parts. We have nice parts, but my hometown is just boring as hell. It's literally so boring and dull. That's why I like getting by the coast. And even this, I'll go as far as saying this, even in Cornwall, the people in Cornwall, they don't even like their city of Turco, the main capital of Turco. Everybody I ask, should I visit, they don't even like the city. The people by the coast do not like the city, including the city in Cornwall. They're just coast people. They like being by the sea. I went through a war in Ireland at M6 now. They never came to my country when the war was on. I mean, see, this is what I'm saying. You've experienced different things to what I have. You're older than me, and you've experienced different things to what I've experienced. So, King for Rat Race special song. See, Rat Race. This is what I mean. See, I think Ironbirds from. Do you like Turco? I don't think I've asked you this before. What do you think of? I'm probably still pronouncing that wrong. Turco. Turco, your capital of Cornwall, innit? Truro. Is that right? Truro. Truro. I've heard it pronounced a few different ways. Sometimes I said turquoise, churro, turquoise. Fucking, you know what I'm like with names of places. I mess them all up. I don't think I've got one name right. That, you know what I mean? I literally just show it and try my best to pronounce it. I avoid it. See what I mean? And why is that? Why is that? What is it about cities? There's something about cities to something about being by the coast. And if you get it, you get it. You can't explain it. You literally just can't explain it. Either you understand it and you get it, or you don't. If you live in a city like Belfast or London or Manchester, you're in that lifestyle. Once you come away from that lifestyle and you start looking at other ways of living, then you start thinking differently. You start looking at the life a little bit different. I just believe in local jobs and housing for local people first. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm merely, I promise you, I'm not disagreeing with, this is, well, like I say, you've just, you know, got this way of thinking because of, like I say, what you've been through, what you've seen, where you're living. But like I say, trust me, 2 weeks by the sea, just 2 weeks, speaking to the locals there by the coast, and it's just a completely different way of life. Completely different vibe, different way of life, and it's just more, there is a different way of life. It's just seeing it. It's just, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it makes you hate everywhere else. Literally makes you hate everywhere else. Why has this only become an issue for people now? It's been going for years. Yeah, see? This is what I mean. It's been happening for years. I think it is literally, like I say, Angela, for me, I just think there's a lot going on now. There is a lot happening all at the same time. And it's like we're at a boiling point now. It's literally like we are at a boiling point now. There is too much happening all at the same time. The cost of living, protest, demonstration, bloody all this around transgender, all this around. There's just too much going on. It's like people are just overloaded now. That's what I'm saying. And I think that's it. And I think, especially in the cities, in the more busier cities, there's so much happening in one cramped place. Think about it. London is the biggest city in the UK, right? It's the biggest city in the UK, and yet it's so cramped with too much going on and too much happening, right? Then when you get out to places like Cornwall or the seaside, yeah, or the Lake District or a beautiful countryside, get to the top of that cliff, and then it's like just deflating a balloon. Imagine just that. Imagine filling a balloon up with air. And this is what's happening over the last few years. The UK is just expanding and expanding and it's on the verge of exploding. It's literally on the verge of exploding. So when you step away from that and let go of that balloon, let it deflate. Just think of it that way. Go to the top of a cliff where there's nobody around and let go of that balloon. And just go, and just watch it all disappear. Watch it all trickle away. Now, I'm not saying it's still not happening, but take that weight off your shoulders, if that makes sense. I don't know. Again, is that a good way of explaining it? See, I don't know. That's all. That's the only way I can think of to explain it. It's like an exploding kettle, an exploding balloon. It's just filling and filling with crap and politics and religion and this and that. I do love my holidays. I always come back to bed. That's it. That I get it, but it's not. Don't look at it as a holiday, right? These trips that I've been going on, these trips that I'm not, they're not holidays to me. They ain't holidays. They are exploring. They are adventures. Exploring another way of living. Exploring myself. Exploring what my feelings and what I want. And exploring a different way of life. And don't look at it as a holiday. And don't look at it as coming back to base. Yeah? Just look at it as going out there and letting everything just and hold on to that. Again, I can't explain it. And all I can say is, unless you've experienced it, unless you've been through what I've been through and seen what I've seen, experienced what I've experienced, I can't explain it to you. It's a tough one. I've just got a completely different outlook on life now. Just a complete new, way of looking at things. I believe people are being taught they need external acceptance when the only way to find happiness and it's ever accepted that once you find that you don't need. See that exactly that. People are looking for outsources to feed them. Outsources. They're reaching outwards people are reaching outwards to make them happy. It's about reaching inwards. It's about turning inwards, not outward, not looking to the government for answers, not looking to other people and other things and outsources for answers and to make you happy, which is what I'm saying about these demonstrations. All it is people filled with anger and frustration at what's going on and looking for change in other places, in outsources, looking for things to happen in other places. People just need to start turning inwards. When you can start turning inwards and looking inwards, that's when things start changing. Taught by a design cat, they want an excuse to tighten the thumb screw. They are depending on reactions, or they can bring the shot. Exactly. See, this is I'm seeing difference now. This is what I'm saying. It's not that easy. I know it's not that easy, Eamon. I know it's not. This is what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying. Because you're older and because what the life experience is, it's probably a million times harder for you. It's probably so much harder for you because of what you've been through. But it's just like a light bulb switch. It is like a light bulb switch. Once you're there and once you get it, you get it. Like I can't turn around to you, Eamon, and say, just go and... Because it might not work for you anyway. Some people it will, some people it won't. I can't just say to you, right, go and spend 2 days on the top of a cliff and that'll be it for you. Your mind will be totally... I can't say that to you because it might work, it might not. But it's, like I said, once you get it, you get it. Otherwise, it's just a vicious circle. It's just a vicious circle. An easy release. What do you mean an easy release? What's an easy release? I agree with the protest. All paid by someone, all they get isn't free. See, this is what I mean. This is what I'm saying, UK. I'm saying I'm not against the protests. I'm not totally against them. And I'm not saying, I was saying this at the beginning when I first come on. I don't want to be one of these people that sit here and say they're pointless. There's no point in them. I'm totally against them. There's no point in them. I don't want to be that person that says that. I have a holiday home in Sligo, but I always want to go home. Well, that isn't a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. You have a holiday home, but you always want to go home. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I'm trying to think of a way of explaining it to you. Because it seems like if you always want to go, see, for me, when I go on these adventures, I don't want to come home. And for me, that I know right now, that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing because you should be happy where you are. And I'm not saying I'm not. I'm not saying I'm not because it's almost like, right, so for me it's a difficult one because I'm content in my house that I've got right now. I'm content and happy in. I'm content and happy in my house, but just not in my hometown. So it's almost like I wish I could pick my house up and move somewhere else, but I can't do that. When I go travelling, when I go on these adventures that I go on, I don't want to come home. I don't want to come home, but it's like just coming back to what I'm content with, which is my house. So it's not a bad thing what you're saying. It's just, again, it's just coming away from that mindset of like I said, the government, turning the government switch off, not having to rely on the government, not having to follow them and thinking we can only survive because of them. When I get to my happy place, Florida, I never want to see Florida. That's even worse, Jesus. Honestly, this is what I see. I want to go Florida again, but I'm scared if I go Florida again, I never want to bloody come home. That's it for me. Would you ever think of buying a camper? See, yeah, definitely, Dennis, definitely. It's just alongside of wild camping, I definitely want to do the whole van life and get a camper for sure. But I just don't want to do the driving. That's my only issue, is just the driving. I really, really don't want to do the driving, so it's a tough one. It's like you're in a good space, Kat. Yeah, but it seems like you are too. It does seem like you say you've got a nice. I'd love to go to Sligo. I've never been to Sligo. I've been to Belfast. I want to go and visit Sligo. So you say you've got a house in Sligo and your home's in Belfast. Do you rent your house out in Sligo? Do you rent that out when you're not there? Because I'd rent it out and come and stay there. I've been on the road for 17 years now and had my first YouTube channel deleted during this shit show in 2021 due to medical misinformation. I see the universe is in a completely different way. Yeah, this is what I mean. Not a house, a mobile home. Even better. See, I'd say you've got. It sounds like you've got it quite good here, man. I'm not gonna lie. It does seem like you got it quite good. Mobile home. See, personally, again, I'd sack Belfast off and go and live in the mobile home. Go and live off grid. My way forward is off grid. Away from the government, away from society's way of coming away from how society thinks you should live. Living how you want to live, away from how society expects you to live. That's another way of looking at it. Coming away from society. We're too caught up now in how society thinks we should live. Like, obviously, wild camping to a lot of people isn't normal. A lot of people just, I get, oh, isn't that not scary? And are you not scared? Is that, do you not feel, and it's like, how, are you not afraid? I'm trying to yeah, no, it's just living how you want to live, not how anybody else expects or thinks you should live. 5 kids, 14 grandchildren, Jesus. Busy Christmas, eh? Very, very busy. Go for a cat on the road with no worries. The only problem, Dennis, with that is, like I said, driving, petrol. parking up somewhere, finding them, because that's getting harder, isn't it? Parking up places. Single, yeah, but single, yeah. So yeah, it is, honestly, it's that living. Soon as you move away from our society, because this is what I'm saying, society expects kids, partners, marriage, 9 to 5, renting, mortgage, trust fund. That's what society has led us to believe. Bills. Move away from that. Soon as you start moving away from that and giving up fear of everything, letting go of control and fear. That's the hardest one, letting go of fear and control. Give up our 3 bedroom house. I felt like sitting duck in bricks and mortar. I can't go back living into a house now. So yeah, that's it. I need to make that leap. Not gonna lie, I need to make that leap, and I'm there. I can feel myself getting closer. Every time I go on one of these adventures, I can feel myself on the verge. But it's just that, yeah, giving up. This is my comfort zone. Right now, this is my comfort zone, and it's just stepping away from that. And that is coming. I know it's coming. Growth comes from uncomfortable places. Well, flipping said. Nothing grows where you're comfortable. Nothing ever grows where you are comfortable. It's okay being happy and content, which is what I am. Being content is good, but nothing ever grows there. Nothing ever grows there. It's when you make yourself uncomfortable, that's when things start happening. It's good to be uncomfortable because something's happening, and it teaches you a different way of things and a different way of looking at things. You get it. You get it. You understand it. You've been through it. And this is what I mean. Until you get it, until you know, unless you know, you know. Otherwise, you're caught up in this, like I say, 9 to 5, bills, where society expects this from you, and you have to live like this. And if you don't live any other way, then you're not normal. It's not normal. You can't. That's not a normal way of living. Who says? Who says? Who says what's right and wrong? Who says what's the right way of living? This is what I'm saying. If it's right for you, if you're happy and you're not hurting anyone, then you're not doing anything wrong. Try and invest in a lightweight camping gear and cook and stuff. Go for any weather, and yeah, that's it. That's from this. Do you know what? I need to go and do it through the winter. That's my next challenge, is doing it through the winter. It's like the rain. I can barely just about manage the rain for a couple of days before I'm like, I want my house. Give me all this rain. I want my house. I can barely just cope with the rain, but that'll be my next challenge, is doing it in the winter. I don't know how I'd do it. That's why I want the camper van. But then I think about all the driving and the petrol and the, you know what I mean? Hey, my golf balls. So yeah, open to offers. So yeah, this is what I mean, guys. It's one of them. Like I say, I'm still exploring. I'm still, I'm new. I'm new on this journey. It takes a while. And there's no rush. All I know is I'm making decisions for me now. I'm doing what's best for me. I'm not doing what other people are telling me to do. I'm not living anymore how other people expect I should live. Kat, what's your favourite group or music? Different variety of music, like got a different variety of music. You don't want to, I can't find just a wee van that's sleeping. Yeah, 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 no, this is what I mean. It's any vehicle. This is, I mean, a car, just a rundown bloody car. Literally, I sleep in the back of a rundown car, but again, it's still the same, driving, petrol, insurance, MOT, all that. So that still comes with all of that, doesn't it? There's no escaping all of that, is there? I guess. So, hey, Mike. Good for you. Yeah. And this is what I mean. Everyone should do the same. As long as you're not going out and hurting anyone. You're not going out and hurting anyone. You're not going out and breaking any laws. That's what you've got to think. But so by me going out, walking the coast, setting a tent up in the middle of a field, who am I hurting? Who am I bothering? What am I affecting? Nothing and no one. You know what I mean? Absolute nothing and no one. And that's what you've got to think to yourself. As long as you're not hurting anyone, bothering anyone, harming anyone, stealing from anyone, affecting anyone, you choose how you want to live, not how society expects you to live. I'm only changing the subject. I change the subject when I want to change the subject. You're just distracting me now. You're just distracting me. Humans are fighting each other. Yep. No, that's it. That's what I mean. Divide. That's all that's happening. That's all I see. That's all I'm looking. When I look at these protests now and these demonstrations, all I'm seeing is just a country divided. Country at its wits' ends, a country on its verge of exploding, and a country divided. Divide and conquer. He built a double bed in the back of our van for when we go travels. We don't need a camper. Yeah, I just have a van, space for a chuck of mattress in back of a van. I put my tent up in the back of a van. I blow my tent up in the back of a van. A tent that's big enough to blow my tent up. A camper van that's got enough room to blow my tent up. Let's talk about what she likes, favourite food things. Love a simple life, little place by the sea, little go catch fish. Yeah, that's it, innit? See, the thing is with me, I don't even know what I want right now. That's why I'm doing these shots, because I'm still exploring. Because it's like me, I kind of think, I still like the cities. I still like London. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoy London, and I still like Manchester, and I still like, you know what I mean? I still, to some extent, like a bit of civilization, a bit of chaos, a bit of commotion. But then also, I know I like to come away from it. And this is what I mean, again, walking them coastal paths. So say like, you're walking down the coast, and you get to somewhere like Newquay, St. Ives. Absolutely packed, busy, a lot going on, a lot happening. And it's fun, it's exciting. But then you walk an hour up and over the down the coast, up and over the cliff, and it's dead. It's quiet, it's peaceful. So I want to live somewhere in between that. I want to live somewhere in between that, where it's sort of nice and quiet, nice and peaceful, beautiful view, but that's not too far away from civilization. Not too far away from stuff happening, if that makes sense. Because I wouldn't want to be in the middle of nowhere. Because, like I say, I've seen places where, like, there's people live places where there's nothing. There's no bus routes, there's no shops, there's absolutely nothing apart from the view, apart from the scenery. And to some people, they might absolutely love that. They might absolutely love that. But for me, I just think that's a little bit too isolated. I'd probably be a little bit lost. But on the other hand, I don't want to live in the middle of chaos either, if that makes it, in the middle of a busy city where a lot's happening. I'd like to kind of touch of both worlds. Touch of both worlds. Oh, I hate people can't stand them around me. See, that's what I mean. Maybe it's not you don't hate people, because again, this is a way of looking at things. Maybe it's you don't hate people, you just hate a certain type of people. That's the thing. Maybe it's the type of people you're around. Do you know what I mean? Or you've been around. Because like I say, I hate people sometimes as well. I hate socialising. But yet, when I go to, like I say, when I've been to Cornwall and when I've been around people down there, they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe it's just the type of people. Bloody hell, Mickey Mouse. Flippin' heck. What's wrong with bloody you, eh? Where have you come from? Where the bloody hell have you come from? What's going on? Thank you. I think we've got an understanding going on here, haven't we now? I think we've got different views, different way of looking at, but I think we've just, we've reached an understanding, haven't we, Mickey? I think we've literally reached a sort of like agree to disagree understanding, haven't we? I think. But thank you for that. Appreciate it. Much, much, much appreciated. Mickey, don't you start. Yeah, don't you start. Don't you start. Well, that's just taken me by surprise, all that has. That's literally, I didn't expect that. I did not expect that at all. We've just got different views, haven't we? Just literally got completely different views. Same as me and Angela. She starts it all the time. we've just got different view, different opinions, different way of looking at things, different way of looking at life. And do you know what? I think that's it. It's because of our upbringings, our upbringings, what we've witnessed, what we experienced in life. That's all. That's the reason why we are the way we are, because of what we've been through. Do you know what I mean? Our past has shaped us into who we are today. And either you're going along with what you've been taught, you're going along with what you've experienced, or you've completely had a rewire. Like for me, I've had a completely I've wiped my brain clean to some degree. I've had a completely different rewire and a different way of looking at things, and yeah, just got a completely new outlook on life now. Life would be boring if we all... Yeah, exactly. It would be boring. It would be boring. And this is what I mean. This is why I think things have gotten out of hand, because I agree. If we all thought the same, it would be boring. But on the other hand, sometimes we just need to learn to agree to disagree. The bottom line is we agree on some things. We agree on some things, but other things we need to learn to just think, right, you think that way, that's how you think, then fine. There's nothing, if you want, you know what I mean? It's almost like we're living in different worlds. This is the way I look at it, right? This world, this big world is mine, right? I know that might be a very, I don't know, selfish way of looking at it, but this world is mine, right? Because this is how I view the world. This is my look at the world. Yeah? However your world that you live in, all you people, you live in a different world to me. We all share the same planet, we all share the same world, but we live in a different world. I don't live in, none of us live in the same world because we all look at the world differently. And even though, like, our worlds collide, and that's where our opinions, sometimes we agree on things, we disagree in other ways. So that's where our worlds separate. So in a way, that's why we live in one big universe. We don't live on one planet, we live in a massive universe. Yeah? So this world is mine because it's how I look at it and how I view it. And how somebody else looks at it, that they live in a completely different world to me. And our universes collide. Our universes come together. And some things we agree on and some things we don't. And we either fall out and want to take each other to war and want to protest and want to fight each other over it, or we say, do you know what, we'll agree to disagree. You go back to your planet and your world and your way of living, and I'll go back to mine. And if we all did that, I think we would get along better. I think we would get it, and there would be no need for protests and demonstrations. There would be no need for if we could all do that, if we could all sit here and say, do you know what, I'm going to go back to the way I live, you go back to the way you live, I think we would just get on just fine. But, you know, that might be my naive way of looking at things. If you want to call it a naive way of looking at it, or a silly way or wrong way, then you look at it that way. But yeah, I think if we just all agreed to disagree, we would get on just fine. And there'd be no need for all these falling outs and arguing and fighting. And I live in Mars. Well, you could do. This is what I mean. Your world is your world. Hey, local. I've just seen you come in, by the way. Are you alright, local? Are you going on Saturday? Are you going on Saturday, local? I completely support the right to anyone to have a different opinion than me, but we can't agree. I'm right. No, I'm right. You're wrong, I'm right. Train fares is 230. Trains are a joke. They're an absolute joke. I literally couldn't believe it that day though. I was so gobsmacked that day when I literally went into the train station and he said 65 to get from Bournemouth to London. 65 to get from Bournemouth to London. Yeah, I managed to get from Bournemouth to Preston for 40 quid on the coach. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Literally doesn't make sense. Okay, it's more likely controversial, but I think the only way people can get on is if religion never exists. See, now I do agree with that. I do agree with that. There's no, there doesn't need any need for religion. This is what I'm trying to say. Take religion and politics, right? Take them two out of the equation. Literally, take religion and politics out of the equation, and I bet everybody would get on like a house on fire. Okay, I'm not saying we still wouldn't have maybe certain disagreements on other things or certain things, but take religion and politics out of the equation and we would get on so much better. Religion and politics are the biggest divides and people just can't see it. Money, and I've said this for the past few years, money, religion and politics, the three biggest divides, and people just cannot see it. People can just not see it for what it is. You take them out of the equation and we would get on so much better. But people are just so fixated on left and right and this way and that way. No, the Labour's better. No, freaking Conservatives are better. No, UKIP's better. No, these are better. None of them are better. None of them are better. They're all, when you see them all in the same light, they're all as bad as each other. That when you can just say none of them they're equally as bad as each other, that's when you realise. Well, that's when the light switch will go boom. But while you're in that politics mindset, that's why you're just going to keep going round and round in circles with things. That you're just going to keep going round. That's where the divide is going to keep going. While people are constantly debating who is right, who is wrong, left or right, this way you're living is better, this way you're living, it's never going to end. It's never going to end. You know the date it gives me for delivery. I don't even know what Bright's going on about, Princess. I can't absolutely make two ends of what I've just had somebody else in just like him who were putting some odd comments, and I just can't work him out. Again, he knows what he's saying. He knows what he's saying, but I can't make heads or tails of it. My nanny's in Thailand. It's $3.49 across the country. This is what I mean. I don't get that. To me is the biggest one. I just don't understand who sets these prices and why are we are probably the most expensive country in the world for way of living, trains and food, and I just can't get my head around it. I can't get my head around it. Oh, sorry, local. I missed your comments. I didn't. Are you going? I don't know. Let me just have a flick back because I didn't know if you said you going. Did you put your going on Saturday? Oh God. Phew. Yeah, she'll be there. And local, so what do you think it'll be a good day? And do you think there'll be a good outcome from it? What's your opinion? What's your take on it, local? What do you think it'll have an impact? Will Saturday have an impact moving forward? Will Saturday have any sort of impact moving forward? Yes or no? Did you see my comment? Can't think. Oh, it's in London. What? Sorry, Michael. What did you say? I'm just having a flick. 100%. You might be in Bournemouth next year. I'm going to go back to Bournemouth. I want to go back to Bournemouth because I want to explore the other side of the. God, it's massive. It's massive. You're going for the subs and the views. It does make good content. I'm not gonna lie. It does make good content going to these protests. It does make for real good content, but I can't be doing with them. I literally can't be doing with them anymore. I do sometimes. Other times I get it wrong, not because of Barry, but because of me. But when I thought Crank was a dodgy doctor, but I was thinking of. Well, Section 17 never worked under Section 14. The impact is the trains making so much money. I'll just stick with coaches. I'm happy to stick with coaches. Yes, the journey's longer, but at bloody quarter of the price, you can't go wrong. You literally can't go wrong. I mean, seriously, 40 quid from Bournemouth to Preston and 65 from Bournemouth to London. I mean, make that make sense. Literally make that make sense. It was £8 from Bournemouth to London on the coach. Nice one, Dennis. Nice one. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy when you. This is what I'm saying. When you think of it like that, you just think it just baffles me. It just baffles me how who comes up with these numbers. Not sure. It's gonna. Do you know what? That's another good question, UK as well. That is another good question. Not sure how live streaming will go because the guidelines are changing, aren't they? The guidelines are changing, and if there's that many people, there's going to be. Let's just say, I think there's going to be a lot of buffering lives. There's gonna be a hell of a lot of buffering lives, and it wouldn't surprise me if people struggle going live. And can I just say now, as a content creator, if your live starts buffering, seriously, just end it. Just end it and make a video. Just make a video, or just end it and try going live again in a little while. Don't force the live, because if there's nothing worse than a buffering live, it annoys the shit out of me. When I do tune into, because I don't watch a lot of lives, I really don't. I flick on them, I do tune into some of them, but the minute they start buffering, I'm out. I literally, it winds me up, and this is why I don't go live. I'd love to go live when I'm on some of these walks. I'd love to go live a little bit more, but I just know that the signal is just crap. The signal is so bad. So, like I say, I'm guessing some people are going to struggle on Saturday. We try and stand away from the crowd. Well, local, it's going to be hard to stand away from 1 million people. So someone's just said, if there's going to be a million, it's difficult to do that, isn't it? It's a difficult thing to do, is stand away from the crowds. It's in the middle of a lot of people. my fancy you can't get a wee bit of lippy on. Who needs bloody makeup? Nobody needs makeup. It's just a fake mask. For instance, a lot of this means everyone, yeah, including people filming. Something's going to happen. Trust me. Something. I don't know what. But something's going to happen. I don't think it's going to go as smoothly as people think. I don't think it is going to go as smoothly as people think. I don't think the outcome of whatever people think it is going to be, the outcome is going to be. And like I said, I think, like I say, only time will tell. And give it a couple of months or so. Like I said in my video the other day, give it till in the new year. That's when we'll see the results from Saturday. That's whether there'll be positive results or negative. But I can guarantee come March, April next year, there'll be another protest. There'll be if not beforehand, but there'll be another one. Well, if people were to say, right, this protest is the end of all protests, this is going to be a massive one, so big, right, this protest is going to be huge. That's obvious. It's going to be huge. If this is going to be the last one, then let's go out with a bang. Let's make it so it's so impactful that it'll go down for centuries to come. Then I'm all for it. But I can guarantee, give it until the new year and it'll be all forgotten about. It'll be forgotten about come the new year. And there'll be another protest. Guarantee it. There'll be another protest, whether it'll be about something else, off the back end of something else, or the back end of this protest, there'll be another demonstration, another protest. And the country will be in uproars about something else that'll be brought in a couple of months' time. I'm betting on it. And this will be still here now. We can come back to this. I'll clip this, right? Remember this date today. I'm saying this now. Give it till, I don't know, March, April of next year. There'll be another protest. They'll be protesting about something else. They'll be kicking off about something else. And this protest on Saturday will be a thing of the past. Just like last year's one. That's my personal opinion on it, but I could be wrong. I agree with you on that point. There'll be something else. There'll be another. They'll bring something else in. that is already in motion, let's put it this way. There's something in motion right now that'll come into play, and then people will be arguing and fighting about that. So, yeah. I mean, this will be, if this was the final and last demonstration, last protest, to when protests of all protests, then I'll say, yeah, it's got to be big, it's got to make an impact, and it's got to be you, and it's got to, but it's not going to win it. It's not going to. It's just not. Then that's what sort of like kind of makes me think, I don't think anything will come of it. I really don't think anything will come of it. I'm not saying it won't be big on Saturday. I'm not saying it won't have a big impact on Saturday, but it's how it'll have an impact going forward. And that's where people are seeing that they can't let the red go there. They're just thinking about Saturday, which is fine, I get it. Because I'm sort of like, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You never know every day is different. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Every day is different, but yeah, I just don't know what good will come from Saturday. Like one side of the road, don't give blanket. It's just going to be very cramped. It's just going to be very, very, very congested and compact. Very, very congested and compact. Like, I mean, it was last year. It was. I didn't go on the march last year. I just went to the actual, when they arrived. When they arrived at Trafalgar Square. I didn't actually go on, but there's no subways. So it's not like, and this is what you've got to question that as well. You've got to question why is there no subways running? Because to me, they're a good escape route. The subways are kind of a good escape route, like where you can, like when you're walking down a busy street and you can just scurry off down them steps into the subway. They're a good escape route. They're shutting them off. So that's, yeah, I just be careful, guys. Just be careful. Just have your wits about you and be careful. Just be careful. Because I think it's going to be very, very chaotic. Very, very congested and very chaotic. Especially if, like, Eamon says, if 1 million people, I don't see that many people going. I think a good maybe 50,000, which is a lot. I mean, a lot will be going. I think more than last year will be going probably. But it's more than what a small, you're all squeezed into a small space, Too much hassle. Yeah, it's hard to travel, innit? It's hard to get to, and Michael, that's the thing. It is hard. It's like me. This is what I'm saying. If I was in Cornwall, I'd travel up and down the coast all the time. But it's hard to get there. It's hard to get. Well, London's not too bad. London's not that bad on the coach, but it still is a long journey. If you're up north. If you are up north, like me and you are, Michael, it's hard to get to down south. It's very, very hard to get to, and it's a long way. It's a long trip. It's a long journey. No way, 1 million. No, I don't think 1 million. I think maybe 50,000. Like, obviously, I think last year there was about 20, maybe 30. I'm not sure. I don't know who's counting. Who's actually counting? Is somebody above going 1, 2, 3, 4? How do you even sum up that many people? Like, do you know what I mean? How do you even put in? You know what I mean? Who's the one going to be doing all the head counting? I don't know. I literally don't know, but it's going to be busy. That's all we know. That's all we can say. It's going to be busy. But yeah. But no, that's why I mean, I wanted to really talk to you on a panel, but that's what I was going to ask you, Go West. You obviously go to a lot of protests. What's your personal opinion on them? You've been to a lot, you've been to a few of them. Do you see them as beneficial? Do you see any positive outcomes from the protests you've been to, or not? Do you just look at them as just the good make good content, or I don't know. What's your personal opinions on protests? Light and Souls, hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening. What time is it actually? Bloody hell, 6:15. How long have you been? Bloody hell, I've been on nearly 2 hours. Jesus, that's flown quick. I haven't been into London City in a long time. Last time at school and school. Bloody hell, it has been a long time, isn't it? That's been a long time. Like I said, I like London. I love London and I love it. And see, and like I say, isn't it ironic how you can go to London? Because every time I go to London, every time I go, and I've been to London, when I've gone to Parliament Square, when I've gone there, always a protest, always a demonstration. Every single time, without fail, there's always something chaotic going on. Yeah? But then you go to somewhere like Hyde Park, apart from one protest that was in Hyde Park at one point. When I've been to Hyde Park recently, like I've just been on the last trip, when I went on the other day, so lovely, so peaceful. Hyde Park is such a beautiful, spacious location. In fact, why don't they have the protests there? This is what gets me. Why are they cramping at the city? You've got to ask yourself this. Why are they cramping everybody into the middle of a cramped Trafalgar Square when they've got Hyde Park? Now, the only reason I can think of that is they don't, like Hyde Park, it's a lovely place, let's put it that way. It's a lovely open, very, very big open park. They don't want to ruin it. They don't want to ruin somewhere as nice as Hyde Park. But that, to me, would be an ideal spot for somewhere like Saturday to happen. Why don't they have it in Hyde Park? Do you know what I mean? Is it just too open? That's my only guess. Honestly, can't I just go for the buzz of it to get views? I'm always happy to get back home in one piece. I don't take that. Yeah. See, that's like me. When I go to them, I'm not really on any particular side. I'm not for anything and I'm not against anything in particular, if that makes sense. And yeah, like you say, it's good to get to peace and quiet. And like I say, again, that was the other good thing about doing the walks that I do. When you walk through places like Newquay, Torquay, St Ives, the busier places, and then you walk an hour up and out the cliff, up and over the cliffs, and then it's so secluded. It's like a touch of both worlds, chaos and chaos and commotion into complete solitude. And it's like, it's so nice to have a touch of both worlds. So nice. Cat, do you fancy half my chicken tikka wrap? Our scene made me. Our show made me. I don't eat chicken wraps. I don't eat chicken wraps. Light and Soul, really? Go and watch my last upload. You obviously haven't watched my last upload, have you, Light and Souls? Go and watch my last upload. And you've clearly just missed everything that I've just been talking about the last 2 hours. Went New York for 4 nights, hated it, couldn't wait to get out there. See, I love New York. I loved it. I love New York. And again, it's so weird because I kind of see New York completely different to London. You'd think they'd be both the same. But again, New York to me was completely different to London. And I like New York. Like you say, again, I like to get out of that, come away from the city. So it's sort of like enjoying the city, but also enjoying the more peaceful places around the city as well. And I like getting it up high as well, seeing it from above and seeing it from the outskirts and enjoying it that way as well. You don't have to enjoy your city by being slap bang in the middle of it. You can enjoy your city by being on the outskirts of a city as well. People always go to the tourist traps. People always go to venture to the tourist traps. So like they go to London, Trafalgar Square, Buckingham Palace, things like that. Whereas when you venture to some more quieter places, away from them places, equally as nice. I've never been to New York, would love to run in New York Marathon. How long ago did you go? My son went this year and it changed big time. What, to New York? I went to New York back in 2018, so it's been a while. It has been a while, so I don't know if it has changed since then, but I liked it. I liked New York. I always have done though. This is the thing with me. I've always liked New York, so I don't know if I'd feel any differently going back there today, knowing what I know now. I don't know, but yeah, I did like New York. Hold on. Too busy for you. Yeah, that's what I mean, UK. It's the same, innit? It's the same with any cities. It's the same with any cities. It's like I say, even being when I went to Cornwall, when I got to St Ives, when I got to St Ives and when I got to Newquay, it was just too busy. It was literally just too much going on, too many people and too much going on. But it was nice. It was still nice being there. It's nice to experience them places, nice to walk through them and enjoy them. And then it's also nice to come away from them places and, yeah, go up on the cliff tops. And like I say, have a bit of both. Have a bit of both. Huge thank you for your travel videos. Oh, thank you, John. Appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy it. There'll be more to come. I don't know when yet. I'm not sure yet when yet, but there'll be more to come. I enjoy doing them. I literally genuinely enjoy making them videos. I really do enjoy it. We always go on holidays out at holidays time, so I haven't got the crowd. Yeah. Again, this is what I'm saying actually. I think I'd have to go to Cornwall in the winter because talking to a few locals, it sounds like Cornwall's a lot different over the winter period. A lot different. So I'd have to experience it over the winter because I've only ever been over the summer. So I'd like to go to Cornwall and experience Cornwall over the winter period. I'm only going to meet other patriots. Just be careful. Just be careful. And yeah, it's gonna. I think what. Okay, Light and Souls. I'll ask you. What do you think will happen on Saturday? What do you think may be the outcome of Saturday? What are you hoping that'll happen from Saturday moving forward, if anything? Would you still do your Avengers if you never had video footage? Would you just do it for yourself only? That's a good question. That is a good. I mean, yes, yeah, I would, but it'd be hard because I like capturing my memories. I like when my phone dies. When my phone dies, and it's not even for the video footage, it's not even for social media footage, just to be able to take a picture. Just to be able to, when I see something on, or when I want to take a picture in front of one of the signs and just pull my phone out and take a picture, my phone's dead. So that's hard. I would struggle. So it's not even necessarily just for social media purposes, just for my own memory purpose. So I could, and I still would enjoy it. But I do like capturing the footage. I do like capturing it for the memories. So it would be an odd one to do it and not film, not take pictures. So that's a good question. That is a good question. So yeah, it's one of them. I'd struggle. I'd struggle not to film or take pictures. It's not a protest, it's a celebration card. Oh, that's a good way of looking at it. It's a good way of looking at it, actually. Celebration. Hmm. I mean, I've not heard anyone else call it a celebration. I think you're the first person to call it a celebration, so I like that. I do like that. I think that's a good way of looking at it. It's not a protest, it's a celebration. Hmm. See, all I've heard people say is protest, demonstration, protest, demonstration. So you're the first person I've heard call it a celebration. Good way of looking at it. What are you celebrating? What, in your opinion, are you celebrating? If you're calling it a celebration, what are you celebrating exactly? Don't be jealous, Cat. Me and Laura Lou are engaged now. You engaged? Are you joking? Or are you being serious there? Where is Laura anyway? I haven't spoke to Laura. It's Laura Lou. I think I spoke to her once on a panel. So others can meet other patriots. That's a good way of looking at it. I like that. I like that look take on it. Same with me going to a protest. I wouldn't go if I wasn't filming. Yeah, yeah. See, when I went to the protest last year, I didn't do much filming actually. Saying that, I filmed bits, and actually I didn't put my footage up either. I didn't even put my footage up last year. The footage that I did capture last year, I didn't. I think I put a couple of clips. I did a short, and I put a couple of clips in there. But I actually, because I just thought by the time I got my footage up, it would have already been seen about a billion times. So I didn't bother in the end. So I can go without filming, thinking about it, because I did do it last year. I like I say, I didn't film that much last year. When the protest that I went to last year. What is your favourite place in the UK? Cornwall. Got to be Cornwall. It has to be Cornwall. Out of all the places I've visited, I think Cornwall is at the top now. I don't think there's anywhere nicer than Cornwall. I met you in Trafalgar Square that day. It was the start of your adventure, yeah. That was the last trip. That was the last trip when I travelled up the East Coast, when I went to Southend-on-Sea after London. But I'm talking about last year's Tommy Robinson demonstration. That's the one I'm talking about. When he had his demonstration in London last year. Just come cat you just love it, video clips and post them on your YouTube after the event. No, I won't be coming, man. I won't be coming. It's too much for me now. It's too do you know what I'd like do you know what I'd like to do? I would like to come but witness it from above. I don't want to be in the middle of it. I'd love to go and be able to film it from a rooftop and watch it unfold from above, if that makes sense. So like last year I weren't too bad because I didn't go on the march. I just went straight to Trafalgar Square, and I wanted to get up high then. But unfortunately, that entire place just ended up being filled. But yeah, I'd love to go, and I'd love to like go on a rooftop and watch it unfold and look down on it and film it from. That'd be even better. Rather than being there in the middle of it, I'd love to maybe hire a helicopter. Well, do you know what? Funny enough, and they probably don't want to. You can do helicopter experiences, can't you? You can go higher. They make for experiences, and they're like 200 quid for an hour. Probably much less than that actually. Half an hour, and you can fly above. But it's whether they do them on them certain days, because I can guarantee they won't do them on them days. I can almost guarantee without even looking at it. I bet you they don't do them on them days. But yeah, I'd love to do that. I would genuinely. No, I don't think anybody else has done that either. Nobody else has filmed it from above. So that would be my idea. If anyone can get on a rooftop, that would make good footage and do it from above. So if I was to come, I'd either love to go on a helicopter ride or like a hotel or some sort of, do it from a rooftop somewhere and film it from above. So I'm there, but not there in the crowds. That'd be an experience. Yeah, Chris was there, weren't it? So we got on that corner, didn't we? Up the steps at the back in that little corner. Yeah. They will on Saturday, but the airspace will have no flies. Yeah, that's what I mean. They obviously they won't run the experiences because the only probably helicopters will be running will be police helicopters. So that's what I'm saying. They wouldn't you won't be able to just hire a helicopter and fly it. It'd be news bloody BBC helicopters, all the news reporting helicopters and police helicopters. So there won't be any. You won't be able to like hire a helicopter and just fly above London. But that would be good. That would make for good footage. I would absolutely love that. So if anybody, if anyone, steal my idea there and get above the footage, get above the chaos. If you can find a way of getting above it, get on like a rooftop or go up a skyscraper, then do that. So all you live streamers, try and get above, because I've not seen anybody do that yet. I've seen it from the sides, from the front, from the back. Get above. If anyone can do it and get above the footage, that would make good footage. That would make really good footage, I think. Marty was supposed to be doing drone footage from Tommy, but yeah. And I mean, drone footage would be good as well. Drone footage would be good, but I mean, filming, if you can film from, but I don't know. Like I said, for anyone who's doing live streams, I think you're going to struggle. I think something to tell me because of guidelines, and I think you're going to struggle. So like I say again, anyone who's struggling with the live stream, just cut the live and film it. Don't have a buffering live. If your live is buffering, just film it. They have press passes. I just think try and just think of a different way of filming it. Just think, because let's face it, number one, there's a lot of footage. A lot of people are filming it. Number two, live streams will just buffer. And number two, you just see a lot of back of heads. You're stood in the middle of a crowd and all you see is back of heads. So just try and think of a new way of filming it. Just try and think of a different way of getting that hasn't been done before. A new way of capturing the footage that hasn't been done before. Just a little tip. I'm passing my tips and advice on here because that's how I'd do it. If I were there, that's how I'd do it. People forget to turn on Do Not Disturb, which buffers most time. I don't think that matters, Prince. I've done Do Not Disturb, and I don't think that makes a difference. I think it has something to do with where amount of people that's trying to obviously go live and where you are. I really what network you're with, and again, don't forget the government are behind it. So at any minute, the government can switch it off if they want, or however these lives work, they're behind it. They can just turn it off at any minute. So it's a tough one. Optical Turkey, hello, hello, hello. How are you doing, you Welsh turkey? It's to do with the bandwidth of the network you are on. It's so weird, honestly to God, this is what I'm saying. My signal on these adventures, no word of a lie, this is the God's honest truth, yeah? I could be in one. In fact, there was someone that I was talking to, and she even said, where we're sat right now, the signal, we had no signal, right? And she said, God's honest truth, when the tide is out, if you walk right to the end, so you're practically in the middle of the ocean, you'll get signal. But yet walk 5 minutes back up the shore and the signal goes. And it was like that on my trips. I could be somewhere and have really, really good signal. Walk 5 minutes down the beach and the signal's gone. Literally, my signal came and went like the bloody wind. It really did. It just frustrated the hell out of me on some days. I think no drones will be allowed in Westminster. Near government buildings will be placed. Yeah, probably. But that's why I've said, if you can find a way of getting up high somewhere, again, where if there's a way of doing it, place of doing it, going up a skyscraper, a rooftop somewhere, because there's a lot of buildings, isn't there? There is a lot of buildings in London. So if you know of somewhere that has a rooftop, like a rooftop bar, then just think of a different way of, because that, for me, from above, would make really good footage. It would make really, really good footage. Most of London is no-fly zones anyway for drones. Yeah, that's true. It is. Yeah. Yeah. Alex Bright, only a chat. Bright just goes mad, and honestly, he just goes mad with his messages. He's a good lad. I've nothing, you know what I mean? He's a good one. I just, like I say, can't make heads or tails of what he's putting. Literally can't make heads or tails of what he's putting. This obviously makes sense to him. They have jammers, yeah. That's what I mean. They have jammers as well. So that's it. That's what I mean. So that's, like I say, if your live starts buffering, just don't force it. Don't force it and just turn off the live, film it, get content, or just try again in a little bit. But do not have a buffering live. There's no fun in a buffering live. It's just, honestly, if your live is buffering, end it and try again. You need to go to Spain and get streaming. You love it, yeah. Why Spain? And I want to go back to Spain, but why Spain? Give us all a laugh and try today. Spoke to Lynx recently. No, I've not spoke to Lynx. I think I need to message him because he messaged me whilst I was on my trip, and I didn't reply. I didn't reply, so because of signal, I forgot to reply. So I think I need to catch up with him. Have you spoke to him recently? Say. Oh, come on, go west. Why you do this to me? Peyton. It's Peyton, innit? Peyton. Is that it? Because someone said about Tim Mouth. The G's are always silent, so Tim Mouth. Someone said that it's spelt T-I something mouth, but they don't say the G, so it's Tim Mouth. So Peyton. They don't say the G. Is that right? Because I thought it was Pagington. The G's are silent, so it's Peyton. But honestly, I probably could botch every name in Cornwall wrong. Every place in Cornwall I could probably botch. Apart from St Ives, apart from the easy ones like St Ives, I think that's probably the only one I could probably pronounce right. Is St Ives. Yeah, see, Peyton, not Pagington, Peyton. Just take out the bloody G. Why make it so freaking hard work? Honestly, like is it Pavenporth or Pevenporth? You say it like Peyton. Exactly, Peyton. Yep. See, why can't it be spelt that way? Why can it not be spelt like that? If it was spelt like that, Peyton, or Peyton, I'd pronounce it that way. It should be spelt like that. You still in Cornwall? No, I'm not still in Cornwall. I bloody wish I was still in Cornwall. Honestly, see, watch this. Can guarantee. Right, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Just to prove my point. Yeah, just to prove my point. Right. Watch this. Watch this.
Right, guys, if you're looking for pockets
right. Oh, shut up, you. Not interested in you. Watch this. Watch this. Wait, hang on. Let me see. Let me just see. Oh, that person's not. Right. Blooming heck, I'm so. Oh, hang on. Am I right? Wait. Oh no. I'm actually quite surprised. I'm just about to say, I can guarantee right now, I can flick on social media and I can guarantee somebody will be live in Cornwall.
Right, guys, if you're looking for pockets of
and it's the usual people that usually pop up on my stream aren't live. Well, 1 minute. Bloody hell. Might be the time of day. They usually go live later. Every day there's always someone live in Cornwall. And it's like, I wish I could just jump through the screen.
I'm glad now you're joking,
where's that?
Becky.
Where's that?
Constantly living a dream. Because nightmares are dreams.
See, look at this. This is what I mean. Look at that. I don't know where he is right now, but look at that. Look.
It's daft that we do that, really, isn't it? I get paid.
Look, see, these are the lives that I watch now. When people are in nice places. Like I said, I don't really watch lives. I watch content more over lives, but it doesn't look like anyone's live in Cornwall right now. I'm shocked. Oh, is that London? Yeah, that's London. Oh, London. There we go. Someone like Canary Wharf. There we go. See, look. See, these are the lives I watch, right? I watch people like this go live. Look, no sign of protest there. Look at that. Look how peaceful that looks. No police, no protests, no demonstrations. Look, just a nice, peaceful, calm live. See, and this is what I'm talking about, guys, right? And this is what, again, Eamon, when you turn on social media, right, think of it this way, right? I watch people, when I watch lives, I watch nice, calm, I watch lives of people by the sea, by the coast. But if you're constantly turning on social media and constantly seeing protests, demonstrations, riots, that's going to have a negative impact on you. Do you get where I'm coming from? When you're constantly turning on social media, and it's getting to the point, right? And I'm sure we can all agree, I've had enough of the news. How many people watch the news? Because it's just so depressing, yeah? It's so depressing, so negative, right? But social media is getting just as bad these days, depending on what you watch. Depending what you watch on social media, there is some really, really nice, lovely, calming, relaxing live streams and content. So if you're constantly watching, I watch a lot of wild camping and hiking chat. That's what I mean. So like that, I'm the same. Like going back a few years ago, I used to watch all the audit video, and I still do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't watch audits, so I'm totally I still do, but I balance it out now. Can't be bothered with the news. Exactly. I don't watch the news. The only time I ever bloody watch the news is when I'm somewhere where the news is on, like a family or a bloody pub. Weatherspoons. I've noticed a few Weatherspoons seem to have, but I blank it out. Anyway, when you turn on social media, try and watch some more relaxing, calming uploads. Rather than watching protests, audits, demonstrations, police, anything that's negative. I'm not saying don't watch them. I'm just saying try and venture away from them a little bit. Because like I say, social media, the algorithm knows, I've said this for a while now, the algorithm on social media probably knows you better than you know yourself. And I confuse the shit out of the algorithm. Let's put it this way, I confuse the shit out of the algorithm. So I watch, like I said, so I'm on a different phone here, so it's not my usual what's on this device. But look, look at this. Look, this is a New York video. So things like this. Look how beautiful this looks. Look at that. That's New York. That's New York. Look at how beautiful that looks. Look at that. Look at that. I watch that. I watch funny stuff.
She's 2 months old, 2.5, and she don't talk shit about no one. She's ready to fight.
Watch. This.
Yeah.
Watch.
She's like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at?
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't blink. She don't blink, this baby. Do you? No.
Mm-hmm. I watch daft stuff.
A nice latte, but with no coffee. And
I watch silly stuff.
so just a glass of ice. Yeah. Black coffee.
I'm trying to find steak.
Do you know what I mean? I watch stupid stuff that make me laugh. Oh my god, this is funny. This is funny.
No, Dave. No, she meant nothing.
No, Dave.
I dipped it in once only.
No.
No. Come on.
No. No. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Kitty.
Okay.
You in here?
No.
Snowball.
No, I've not got a snowball.
Oh.
No.
Here's some whiskies.
Some what?
I can hear it.
No, that's my dog.
Oh,
Okay, bye-bye.
look at it.
Yeah, the dog's at it.
Oh no. Oh my. Okay. Hello, my darling child.
See, I watch stuff like that, and then the lives are people, like I said, just by the sea. So that's the stuff that I'm clicking on, and that's the calming stuff that I'm, so, because like I said, I still do watch audits, but when I watch audits, I just get angry. It just makes me angry and like, like, do you know what I mean? Frustrated. So if you're constantly watching negative, depressing stuff and seeing stuff like that all the time, it's gonna do something to your mind. It's gonna do something to you. Whereas, like I say, when you refresh it and just step away from all that, then you just start seeing things in a more light-hearted way. You just start, loosening up and having a laugh and having a giggle. And like I say again, inspirational people, like I said about that Sophie. Remember what I said about that Sophie? She put a good video up today. Hang on, let me see if I can find her. Sophie. I'm on, like I said, I'm on a different device here, so I don't know if she'll come up. Hang on. I will have to do it this way. 1 sec. Here she is.
Excuse me, everybody.
I love this girl, honestly, to God. More people need to be like this. Hang on.
Excuse me, everybody.
Let me, more people need to be like, if more people were like this. Oh my God, what you doing, phone? My phone's bloody crashing out on me.
Call myself the train joker. So I thought I'd tell you all. There's a lot of things that people don't know about me. And if you do know these things about me, then I'm impressed. But I'm going to fill.
1 sec, where is that? Whoa, where's oh, that's why. I'm wondering why your content weren't coming up. Where's the one that you've just posted up today that I liked? There we go. Right, let's show you this one.
I'm a big believer in doing more things in your day to make your day just that bit more thrilling. Hello, sorry to interrupt. I just wondered if you'd mind filming me a second. Thank you.
When was the last time anybody did roly-polies down a hill? Ask yourself this. When was the last time you did that?
Did I go fast?
When was the last time anyone did roly-polies down a hill?
Kind of things like that you would look at and think, oh, I want to roll down the hill, but you're an adult. You think, oh, I can't really be bothered. But just do little things in your day that will make your day just that bit more thrilling, get the serotonin going. Do more things that you do as a child, as an adult, and just watch how much happier your days become. I'm a big believer in doing more things.
Do you know what I mean? It's little things like that. Watch people like that.
I'm going to ask if I can scan my own shot. How often are you being a human doing and not a human being, you silly goofs? We're meant to be human beings and do things that make us feel alive and make time pass quickly. And in our flow state, the more you do things that light up
If
your
more
soul,
people
the more
lived like
you're
this,
magnetic.
guarantee we'd live in a
Do
much
things
happier
that light
world.
up, live life and do things that make you realise why you're on the earth. Well, we've never quite seen water like it. It's green. How often are you being a human?
Do you know what I mean? It's so difficult though. This is what I'm saying, because we're so caught up in the world. This is what I mean, this negative world right now. And oh no, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. But it's like, once you start thinking, do you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't care what they think anymore, and just do it. You sort of, you like have a breath of fresh air. No one filmed it and oh, hang on, involuntary. When I slipped down a mud bank on the one that I can't laugh at now. Nobody. Do you know what I mean? Things like that. Normally, you'd be embarrassed, wouldn't you? You'd be embarrassed by stuff like that. But again, that's what I'm saying. It's looking at it from a different. But don't be embarrassed. Just laugh at it. Just laugh at it. The world keeps spinning, doesn't it? The world keeps turning. Do you know what I mean? So it's just do things out of the ordinary. Do things you wouldn't normally do. Do things that, okay, other people might think, God, you're freaking nuts, you're crazy, you're off your head, but so what? Who's to say what's normal? In today's world, who's to say what is normal and what is and what is crazy and what isn't and what... Do you know what I mean? Why should anyone else dictate to you what is normal and what isn't? You decide what's normal and what isn't. You decide what you should and shouldn't do with yourself. If it feels right to you, then do it. Normality is overrated, exactly. And again, don't you think that's society's way? That we've been brought up, we've got to be normal. We've got to be normal. If we're not normal, then you're wrong. If you're not normal, if you're weird, you're a weirdo. If you're not normal, then you're a weirdo. That's how society's brainwashed us to think. That's what I'm saying. That's another way that what society's done to us, that we have to be normal. We have to dress normal. We have to be normal. We have to talk normally. Do you know what I mean? We have to act normal. We can't go out in the street and do a quirky dance because we're mental otherwise. Just like, do you know what I mean? We've just been squished into this certain way of living. We've just been suppressed into this way, certain way, one way of thinking, one way of living, one way of being normal. And it's just like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. I wish more people could be quirky like that. I like meeting quirky people like that.
Embarrassing story where I
Do you know what I mean?
ask for an item out of some. I'm going to a party tonight on my own.
I love meeting quirky people.
With all my... Sometimes what I like to do is imagine I'm in a prison cell, so like I'll shut my eyes.
Big Brother society. It is, isn't it? It is.
And I'm not in a prison cell, I'm actually on earth with all the freedom in the world. It just helps put life into perspective and make me feel lucky and grounded about where I currently am and how blessed we are to be on such a beautiful
Look at that.
earth.
See?
Sometimes what I like to do is imagine...
It's not hard. Once you can do it, once you can let go of that control and that fear and give up on life's expectations of where you're living, that you enjoy, you start enjoying life a little bit more. You literally start enjoying life a little bit more. Money control, this is society. Exactly. And it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be. I ran in the London Marathon carrying a ventriloquist puppet, raised loads of charity, but I had to do it on my training carrying puppet. Definitely had people laughing. I love that. Do you know, actually, something I didn't film? Do you know when I did that walk and that marathon was happening whilst I was on that walk? So obviously throughout the day there were marathon people running past me. At one part of the walk, there was one guy who approached me and he were playing music. He had a mask on. He had this mask on, which was a shame because I couldn't see what he looked like, but he had a mask on and he were playing music. And everyone who passed me on that day, I said good luck to all of them. I wished them the best and I said good luck to all of them. But this one guy, he was the only one who seemed happy. He was playing music and he was dancing. And as we were approaching each other, I started dancing. as I was approaching him, and then give him high five, and he said, "I love you." He went, "I love you," and I went, "Good luck, enjoy rest of it." And I just thought, do you know what? I wish he had caught that on camera. I wish he had caught that out of loads of people that passed me throughout that day. One guy who looked like he was genuinely having the time of his life and dancing and playing music. And yeah, it was a breath of fresh air. It was just a breath of fresh air. So
you can learn
let's see what else. Let's see what else we can have a giggle at.
Here is the reason why we...
Let's see what else I've got going on here. See if there's any other inspirational people. mm, mm. We are not. We are free. We are free if you want to be free. We are free. That's the thing. We are. We are free. If you want to be free, you are. Truman Short movie, yeah. Yep. But we are free. Just depends how you look at things, your perspective and how you look at things. But yeah, this is hang on. So let's just see.
Do you know what?
Oh my god, how long you got that leak under there for?
Jane, please, Jane.
Hang on. Actually, I know what I'll do. I know what to do. Oh, God's sake. See, I could sit here and show you so many inspirational,
I'm seeing a lot about these protests on
The ending is not going to be for everyone. Yo, are you right, Wayne?
So here's what they don't want you to know.
Digital IDs. Do you know what? I'm beginning.
If you've recently awakened, if the people ever realized they had more in common than they'd been told, they'd be unstoppable. So those in power had a strategy. Don't let them come together. Don't let them see each other as neighbors. Make them enemies. Divide them by skin color, by birthplace, by paperwork, by religion, by fear. Tell the poor white farmer that the black sharecropper is the problem. Tell the factory worker that the migrant is stealing his job. Tell the citizen that the asylum seeker is dangerous. And it works, as long as no one asks questions. Because here's the truth. Your enemy is never the one with less than you. It's the one convincing you to fight your neighbor while they take more for themselves. And this didn't start this year. It didn't start with a tweet or a campaign slogan. It's one of the oldest tricks in the American book. Back in 1676, poor white colonists and both free and enslaved Africans teamed up in what's now called
divide and conquer.
Bacon's Rebellion.
Divide and
they
conquer.
were sick of being used, tired of the governor and the wealthy elite hoarding land and power, so they rose up together. And that terrified the people in charge. So after the rebellion ended, they rewrote the rules. They divided the poor by race. They gave poor white men a little bit of power. Land rights, voting rights, status, but only if they agreed to see black people as beneath them. And it worked. Poor whites stopped organizing across color lines, and a system of race-based division took root. Not because it was true, but because it was useful. You see the same tactic after slavery ends. During Reconstruction, there's a glimpse, just a glimpse, of black political power. Men who had been enslaved now voting, owning land, even holding office. And instead of expanding the vision to include everyone, those in power split the country again. Black codes, Jim Crow, lynchings, literacy tests, propaganda in the press, and always the same message. You are losing your country because of them. Fast forward to the 1900s, immigrants fled in from Italy, Ireland, China, Mexico, and once again, the people in power were whispering, they're dirty, they're criminals, they're taking
Do you not
what's
see a pattern
yours.
here, guys?
Instead of
Do you not
unity
see a
among
pattern
workers
occurring?
fighting for fair wages and safety, they fought each other. Instead of standing up to corporations and factory owners, they blamed their neighbor for speaking a different language. You see it again in the 1980s, the war on drugs. Communities of color devastated, labeled as violent, dangerous, other. While wealthier, whiter suburbs were told to be afraid, not of the drugs, but of the people. And today, We see it every time someone tells you to be afraid of them, but they can't name who they are, can't tell you a single story, can't show you the threat. Just fear and silence and division. But here's the truth they hope we never figure out. We were never meant to fight each other. We were meant to fight for
And that's what these protests are. Us fighting each other. We're just fighting each other.
The bait. Because if we ever stop long enough to see each other clearly, to tell the real stories, to name the real villains, we'll remember who the country actually belongs to. It's not about left and right. It's not about race or language or papers. It's about people
John, you're spot on.
versus power
Spot on, John.
that doesn't want to be held accountable. And once you see the trick, you never fall for it again. If the people ever realized...
Guys, open your eyes. Wake up. The only enemy is the government. The only enemy is the government.
Everybody's banging on about the 13th of September and all the protests going on. Do you honestly think that's going to work? Most effective way that we can all cause absolute chaos is to do absolute jack shit, to do absolutely nothing. Can you imagine if every single one of us came together on the 13th of September and just sat at home, did absolutely jack shit?
That would shock them so much.
I'm not going to go to work.
That would shock them more.
I'm not going to go online. I'm not going to go shopping. I'm not going to do...
It won't work though, that's the problem. It won't work. The too deep, people are too deep in it. People are too deep. And that's the issue. That's the issue where we're at.
They want me to house illegal...
People are too deep in it now.
You ever wonder why we're told it's the year 2025? Because it's not. And it never was. This is a deep one. And only those whose magic lens is activated might grasp it. Time has been edited, deleted, and reset. Not by accident, but by design. In 1582, Pope Gregory XIII dropped the Gregorian calendar. It replaced Julius Caesar's Julian calendar. And guess what? 10 full days were deleted. Time was literally rewritten. Why?
Time, don't even get me started on time. That literally.
Okay, so the next stage of this fucking matrix that we're in. Sorry for my language, but I'm passionate about this stuff. Should I tell you what the next...
See, these are people. I don't believe the government. I believe people like this. People. I resonate more with people like this than the idiots in government.
Spiritual influences, all these
Don't be afraid of things. As a parent, I have to tell them the future. Yeah, but you don't know what the future's going to bring, though. That's the thing, Eamon. You don't know what the future... This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to ask what the outcome of Saturday will be, and nobody can answer it. But yet you want to tell your grandchildren that what the future's going to be. You don't know what the future's going to be. The world could explode tomorrow. Let's put it this way. We might not even make it to Saturday. You know what I mean? We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. But the only people who know what the future's going to bring, what's going to happen, are the government. That's the only people who know what's going to happen. Because they've already got it set in motion. And that's the issue. Because people are already going along with the, like I say, way of thinking. If people stopped going along with their way of thinking, that would mess their entire plans up. I'm talking about foreign people taking the country. But again, you're going back to that. It ain't going to happen. Just tell yourself every day, it ain't going to happen. It isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen. Your country is your country. Wake up every day and tell yourself your country is your country and carry on living it. Carry on enjoying it. Carry on enjoying Belfast. Carry on enjoying Sligo. Carry on enjoying your life and your way of living. Keep telling yourself your country is your country. It's not going to happen. It isn't. It's only going to happen if you allow it and you keep thinking that way. But it isn't going to happen. I'm telling you now, it's not going to happen. It isn't. You just enjoy your life. It's different. I know, Eamon. I know it's a tough one. It's a tough one, but just it is a tough one.
Here's a picture that they give us from Mars.
Who's they? Corporate jobs are a scam. Mortgages are a scam. Scarcity is a scam. Inflation is a scam. All of these things in our society are all scams. They're all fucking fake. They're created to keep us out of alignment and harvest the energy of our souls. I've never read a birth chart and been like, ooh, you were destined to sell software. The fuck? No! We are supposed to live and create and feel.
What's up, Princess? What's up?
Imagine this.
You mean you're furious because something's just happened, or you're furious?
Completely still, and the so-called flat earthers were the ones. So get your head around this. A child starts school this September 2025. By the time they finished, it's around 2040. But the world they're walking into is changing faster than we could ever comprehend. Jobs are disappearing.
You ever wondered why a pack of playing cards, being born onto a planet where you have to book time off to actually go and see that planet, is the biggest con we've been sold? This is why I couldn't work for anybody. Like, I'm self-employed, but I do have to work for people now and then. But I could not go full-employed working for someone where you have to ask permission to have time off of work. What?
Yeah, John, you get it, John. You get it. You get it. And this is what I mean. It's either you're awake and you get it, or you're stuck in that mindset. You're stuck in that mindset. And like I say, it's a switch. It's a switch. Once you know, you know. It's all fear. It's all based around fear and control.
You were doing in life you should never ever be a slave for money. And what I mean by
Guys, I'm being fucking harassed.
To all the people protesting at migrant.
I think this is why a lot of people.
I think that is the UK and Ireland are Christian nations. Keep it that way. I get what you're saying, Eamon. I do. I get it. And you're right, it is. However, we're sharing it with other people. We're sharing it with other people, so we have to accept what it is. You have to accept we are walking this planet with people who aren't Christian. And people who aren't Christian live in the same country. Now, it's like where I live. I've noticed a significant rise in, but it still doesn't change how I look at things. It still doesn't change how I choose to live and change. Nothing is going to stop me and the way I choose to live. And it doesn't have to for you. So I get where you're coming from, I do. But on the other hand, you can't think like that either, if that makes sense. Like I say, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I don't know how better else to explain it. I really don't. That Shirley Tequila, whatever her name is, I think it's acceptable to mock and disrespect me for being diagnosed with terminal. Who's that Shirley? Who is she? What's happened? When the government and media make a big issue out of something, you need to ask what else is that. Exactly what you don't want to know. And this is what I mean about exactly, John, for Saturday. This is happening. So majority of the country are going to be there on Saturday. All stood in one place. All distracted. All screaming and shouting for freedom, for change. While over here, something else is going on. Something else. They're doing. When the government want you to look that way, look that way. That's it. When that's happening that way, when something big is going on that way, always look the other way. Always turn the other cheek. And soon as you start cottoning on and realising it, then that's when it starts clicking. She's all pally with other people that attack me for saying? I was like, oh, don't let him get to you, princess. Don't let him bother you. Come on. We know the score now with people on here. We know the score with people on here. Don't let him bother you. Just tune them out. They don't exist. Are these people irrelevant? Are these people a big part of your life? Are these people, you know, do these people mean anything to you? If not, see you later. Bye-byes. Bye-byes. Don't let him get to you, hun. Do not let him get to you. But yeah, honestly, guys, it's so hard to do. This is what I mean, and I'm still learning. I'm still on, you know. I'm literally still on, trying to figure things out. But
If people ever realized they had more in common.
Once you realise it, that you see it. Yeah, cancer's. It's not good. Not good. So again, that's a whole new mindset comes into that, doesn't it? A whole new mindset comes into that. It just upsets me when they have no idea what I go through. Well, that's it. They don't, and that's it. That's spot on. They have no idea what you're going through. So why do people judge others when they've no idea what they're going through? And they don't, and that's it. They don't know you. They don't know what you're going through. They don't know anything about you. So why should you allow them to make you feel any less drag you down? They don't let them bother you. Just literally do not let them get to you. Don't let them bother you. Look. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. Look. Go and breathe. Go. I like to approach things with a completely open mind. Just because I do things a certain way doesn't mean it's the only way. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I know people I care about go through it. Honestly, stay strong, girl. Stay strong. These people aren't worth your tears. Not worth your energy. Protect your energy at all costs. This goes for everybody in here. Goes for everybody listening. Protect your energy is so important. Protect your energy at all costs. Anything that drags your energy down, get rid of it. Anything that makes you feel sad, negative, upset, angry, frustrated, get rid of it. Your energy is so important. You shouldn't let anyone or anything ruin you. And that includes, like I say, this bloody what's going on. Mega RDX, hello. How are you? I think I've seen your name in here before. Still debating whether I should do a panel. What do Princess? If I do a panel, are you going to jump on with me? Do you want to come on if I do a panel? Do you want to jump on, or are you not bothered? Because it's one of them. I'm just like, I don't know. What time? Now? Now? I don't know, because I don't. Is Jamie going live? Because if Jamie's going live, I know you obviously jumping Jamie's live. Costs your peace of mind. It's too expensive. Exactly. Damn right. Damn right. Exactly. So it is only, this is what I mean, social media, innit? This is what I mean about when this is why, if you've noticed, I mean, I'm only a small channel anyway, so I don't really expect to get trolled a lot, so I'm quite lucky in that aspect. But when I do get trolled, every now and, in fact, on this journey, on this adventure I've just been on, I've not had one negative comment. Not one. Which is unusual. I usually get a couple of people piping up, but I don't get trolled. And the reason why I don't get trolled is because they know I don't really let them get to me. I don't, do you know what I mean? I don't get trolled now because I just don't let them bother me. The comments mean absolute nothing to me. And they usually leave a few sad, pathetic comments and then they disappear, never to be seen again. Because they know they're not bothering me. And that's what I mean. It's so I don't get trolled because I don't let them bother me. Some red sound food. Let's jump on in about 30 minutes. Oh, yes. Hope you're about to jump in about 30 minutes. Yeah. If the internet went down worldwide, small would be instantly make the world a better place. See, I always wonder that. I do always wonder that. Because I'm 50-50 on that. I have, and I've asked this question in the past, nobody ever. What kind of world would we live in if social media didn't exist? If social media didn't exist, what kind of world would we live in right now? Because don't forget, we come from a time where social media didn't exist. I think most of us in here now are from a generation before social media. So we've lived, but then obviously we were younger then and the world was a different place. So I do wonder about that. I do wonder sometimes, and I kind of think, what would happen right now if social media didn't exist? Because I have my moments with social media. I love it. And one half of me, I love it because I kind of think it brings people together, it gets topics of conversation going, you learn things, you find things out. Obviously, it's a different alternative to the bloody news and the government and whatnot. However, the way social media is now, there is too much toxicity with it. There is AI's changing it. There is, the government is still in control of social media. So there is the downsides to social media as well. So I'm 50-50 with social media. Sometimes it is, but we are in control of, so we can turn social media off anytime we want. And this is what I mean. Leave your phone at home, leave your devices at home and go for a walk. Don't go on social media. Don't go on for an hour, couple of hours, afternoon. Do you know what I mean? It gets to that point sometimes where I don't want to. Either I'm on social media and I do that doom scrolling, which is probably bad. I doom scroll, and then other times it's like completely turn it off, and I don't want anything to do with social media. So you're in control of it. Do you know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying. I see some people on social media who they're so addicted, like their entire lives are social media. Like they go live 24/7. There's some people that literally the minute they wake up, they go on a live stream. They're on live all day. Until, you know what I mean? And it's like their entire life is social media, and it's like you can see how bad it's got to them. You know what I mean? Like how much it's kind of ruined them as a person. So yeah, you were in control of social media. You can go on social media just as much as you want, or as little as you want. But again, it's all about what you watch on social media as well. What kind of content you watch. Try and even it out to, more positive stuff and more,
This is what it's like to do a meditation on Crosby Beach in the sunset. So I go to Practical Magic's meditation classes every week without fail. And for the first
Try
time ever
something
on
new.
Monday
Do
night, we were
something
doing one
new.
outside on Crosby Beach. It was free to go and they did accept
That's something I
donations.
want to
They
do.
do
Something
have
like
a
a
free
sound
class
bath.
on tomorrow
Been
at
seeing a lot on these
7
sound
till
baths.
8 o'clock.
Hang on.
I have to
Put it in. This would be a good one. This is something I'd like to go and do. It looks kind of...
This is what happens.
on water. You would just be laughing. You would just be laughing. You never know. You never know. Do you know what I mean? Once you get there, you might think, actually, this is... And that, you know, with what you're going through, that might be something... It might be something worthwhile. You never know. You'd have to... It's something you have to give a go.
I've just been to my first ever sound.
Do you know what I mean? You'd have to give it a go, because you might think, actually, this is something your mental health and your body needs. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'd hate to be the person that probably farted in the middle of the room or something like that, or some weird not. But I think it'd be totally relaxing. I think it'd be something worthwhile, me personally. I'm happy as when I'm running with my club through the local woods, chatting. Charlie Michael. Not... There's a Eamon. Trolling Michael. Not my scene. Who's trolling Michael? Someone trolling Michael? Is there a country you would like to visit? For me, it's Japan. Is there a country I'd like to visit? Canada. Canada. Jamaica. Wouldn't mind going Jamaica. Yeah, Canada or Jamaica. I think, yeah. Japan doesn't... do you know what I mean? For some reason, I don't know why, but I don't fancy Japan. I know a lot of people have said Japan, but for some reason I don't know, I don't fancy it myself. Fine, it's so funny, I won't cut it in. Kinda would be good, I have friends out there. You have friends in Canada? Yeah, I've heard a lot about Canada. I've heard a lot about Canada. You know. But I don't know what it is, but I've just always been a big fan. Ever since I was little, I've just always been attracted to America. Always been attracted to America. Don't know why. I don't know what it is about America that I'm drawn to and why I like America so much. Because obviously I know, America's very controversial. But again, I like it. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but I like it. So, it is what it is. Who looks like a thumb? Who looks like a thumb? Bloody 3 hours. How have I been on live 3 hours? How the hell have I been on live 3 hours? Madness. Why do I look like a thumb? What, when I did that? The light has gone really dull. It's just gone really, really dull all of a sudden. I think it's going to throw it down. It looks like it's just about to throw it down because it's gone really dark all of a sudden. 5 minutes and I bet you'll be throwing it down. Can almost predict the rain. Trolling cat. Are you trolling me now? Am I being trolled now? I get. Do you know what's funny? I kind of get a bit of a kick from being trolled, because it kind of, you know what I mean? You get, like, I love all my viewers. I've got some awesome viewers, you know, all the people that I've met over the years on YouTube, the support I get, the comments I get on my videos. I mean, honestly, it's, you know, but it gives you a big head. It absolutely gives you a big head. So sometimes when you get trolled, it kind of knocks you down a peg or two. You know, there are people that don't like you out there, and that's okay. You know, it's okay for people to not like me and call me a scruff and call me ugly and call me boring. I don't mind it. Do you know what I mean? So every now and again, when someone comes on my videos and calls me names, it gives me a little bit of a kick. But you know what I mean? That's like I say, my way of looking at things, that I turn a negative into a positive. Do you know what I mean? I turn a negative into a positive, in that I don't mind being trolled. Not everybody's gonna like you, you know, and do you know what I'm saying? Not everyone is gonna like you, especially on social media. There are gonna be judgmental pricks out there that have things to say, that, you know, and I know that with most of them, I'm touching a nerve. And there's already been one particular person that's coming here who I think I've touched a nerve with. You know what I mean? There's a couple, and this is, I don't block. I don't block people either. Do you know what I mean? Because they're just harmless. These people who come on here and call me names, they're just harmless. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really block them, because it's like, you're not achieving out. You know what I mean? You're not hurting me. You're not achieving out. So if you want to call me homeless, you know, all these people that come in and say I'm homeless, and do you know what I mean? Call me names. It's like, it doesn't bother me. It literally doesn't bother me. So, the wise person said, if you have haters, you are doing something right. Exactly. And that's what I mean. Especially with social media, you're going to get the people that, you know, and like I say, with most of them, the issue lies with them as well. It's not they're not my problem. The issue lies with them, and I'm obviously saying or doing something that's touching a nerve with them, and that's why they feel the need to say something horrible to me. So yeah, that's how I look at it anyway. I've touched a nerve with people. When people troll you, it's because you're touching a nerve with them. That's why. We got twins in here. Got two twin Aemons in here. Should the real Aemons please stand up? Please stand up. Like I said, you just take it with a pinch of salt, you know. Take it with a pinch of salt, innit? I've just noticed as well, actually, the profile pictures. One's that way and one's the other way. So yeah, it's two different people, innit? But the real Aemon, please stand up. It's like, but why do it though? Ask yourself though, the fake one, right now, because the comments have just come in so quick, I don't know who the real one is and who the fake one is. Why do it? Why do it though? That's what gets me. Like, I could think of nothing. There's so many idiots on social media. So many idiots on social media. But I couldn't think of anything worse than sitting there trolling. I just couldn't think of anything worse than sitting on social media trolling someone. I just don't see the point in it at all. I think it's such a pointless thing to do. You know what I mean? The real Aemon cat only has 43 subs. The real one. Hang on. I don't even know. Can I look at your profile? Channel activity. Oh, there we go. So one joined 3 years ago, 45 subs. Right, okay. One joined. See, this is usually how I work it out. One joined 3 years ago. Now let's have a look at the other one. Hang on. Yeah. Oh, so it says the other one joined 3 years ago, but no subscribers. That's interesting. One joined 3 years ago but has 45 subscribers. One joined 3 years ago but has no subscribers. Very interesting. Very interesting. Isn't it? Socrates who said, when the debate is lost, insults become the losers too. Oh, yeah. That's it. They talk down to you. You know what I mean? They just, yeah. They lose the argument because they don't, you know what I mean? Like I said, the issue lies with them. You know what I mean? The issue lies with them. So them people who really need to. A lot of trolls are good at self-projecting rather than self-reflecting. More people need to learn how to self-reflect rather than self-project, if that makes sense. If more people could learn how to self-reflect, again, we'd be in a better place. And again, this is what these protests are about. All these protests are filled with people doing a lot of self-projecting. They're self-projecting whilst looking for answers and change from outsources, from other people. They're doing a lot of self-projecting as well, rather than, you know, focusing on themselves, how them themselves could better their lives, their future. You know what I mean? With great power comes great responsibility. Where does that power come from, eh? Where does that power come from? It's funny having a troll. I find it funny. I find it funny. Sometimes I miss it. Sometimes I miss it. Like I say, I do. No offence to all you lovely people that support me and all my lovely viewers. No offence. But I kind of think, where's the trolls at? Where's the troll? I'm bored sometimes. I just want to see a negative comment. No, that sounds sad, because I don't want to invite the negative people into my channel. But I like to have a little game of cat and mouse, as I've said in the past, with these haters, with these trolls and haters. I like to have a nice, lovely game of cat and mouse, because yeah, it's funny, because they get bored. They get bored very, very quickly and disappear very quickly. So, oh, I can't believe how dull it's gone. Literally could not believe how dull it's gone. Oof. That's better. That's better. We have light. We have light. We have light. I'm going to probably end it soon because I've been on. How long have I been on now? Been on forever. See, I've bored people now. I've bored people to death now. That's another reason as well. People have got bored to death. I've bored people to shit now. So, yeah, I think that's it. I think I've bored everyone enough now. So, like I say, I'm debating whether to do a panel or not. I really don't want to, because I don't know. I do and I don't. I do and I don't. I do and I don't. I do and I don't want to do a panel. I could give you some philosophy, but you haven't bored. Thank you. Thank you. See, if only there were more people like you, John. If only there were more people awakened, with their eyes open, common sense, critical thinking. This is what I mean. There's too many people stuck in the matrix. I wish I could shake people. Do you know what I mean? It's just got to the point now where I just wish I could just grab hold of people and shake them and say, just see the bigger picture, will you? Just literally open your eyes and see. Can you just not wake up and smell the coffee? But it's something they have to do in their own time, innit? It's something that, like I say, It has to click. It has to click in the room. You know, that light switch, and it's like a light switch moment. And they have to figure it out for themselves, and they have to do it themselves. I watched a film last night, Cat 2 Witches, very scary. 2 Witches? Is that an old one or a new one? It's like this bright. It's like a decoder. It's literally like a decoder of some sort. And I wish I could understand what he was saying, but, you know. Bright, what are you, honestly? Like, I need a translator for your comments. In now, good, crazy respect. I honestly need a translator for your comments. You're obviously making sense with whatever it is you put in. I just can't make heads or tails of them. 3 or 4 years old cat. So the fit. So. Let me ask this and see if you'll answer honestly. The fake one, the fake Eamon, why do you feel the need to have a fake account? Why do you need to, you know, what, is there any particular reason that you feel you need a fake account impersonating somebody else? Why can't you just come in on your own account with your own name and be you? What is the point in impersonating somebody else on a fake account? Any reason? Would you like to give any explanation? They probably won't, will they? Because that's giving his secrets away, isn't it? But it'd be good to know why they do what they do. Just don't understand why people need to have fake accounts. It makes them feel. But I know, I don't get it. This account on here, my one and only account on TikTok, one and only account on YouTube. And that's it. I don't understand why people need to have multiple accounts. I don't get it. I can't even be bothered. Like, this is what I mean. Again, it's like when I even think about setting up a second channel to do something else. So I think, to do, another venture into another kind of try, like if I were to do paranormal, if I were to do some paranormal investigations, like I talked about, I'd probably set up a second account. But then I think I can't be arsed with another account. I just want to be able to just upload videos to one place. You know what I mean? Upload videos to one place. I can't be bothered with multiple. So how people have just got the time and energy to mess around with multiple accounts and mess around impersonating other people and trolling other people. I just think you lead very sad lives. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to be mean, because you might be genuinely good people. This is the thing. You might be genuinely good people, but why do you feel the need to troll or impersonate other people on social media? I don't get it. Don't get it. It's probably gone now, hasn't it? Probably gone. Because I'm drawing him a 10, calling him out now. Well, I'm not even calling him out, but serious questions hurt people's heads. Hurts people's heads too much. But a lot of people have gone anyway, because I think I've bored a lot of people to death, like I say. I think I've bored a lot of people to death. What's Michael Nottingham done to you anyway? Michael's a good lad. What's he done to you? What is he? Obviously, he's upset you. Obviously, he said something to upset you. What's he done? What's he said to upset you? Michael's bloody harmless. It's bloody most harmless person on this app, probably. So when is your next adventure and where? I don't know. I'm still recovering. I'm still recovering from this one, so I don't know. I'd like to think I'd go on another one before Christmas, but whether I do or not, I'm not sure. Because again, it's just weather. So I don't know. It's all one of them things where it's more spontaneous for me. So you're trolling Markle even though Markle's done nothing. Well, you've answered that question, so now I know who the fake one is. Now I know who the fake Eamon is, so thank you for confirming that. So Eamon, now you've confirmed who the fake account is. Can you answer me why you feel the need to impersonate somebody else? Why can't you just come in on your own account on a normal account? Why do you have to copy somebody else's account? Can you answer that now? Which you probably won't know, but this month I am part of my friend's crew for a 24-hour race, keeping awake for 24 hours. Keeping awake for 24 hours. I struggle keeping awake overnight, doing an all night these days. You know what I mean? Some nights I kind of think to myself, right, been sleeping like shit, so what I'm going to do is, hopefully I'll stay awake all tonight, do an all night tonight, and then tomorrow night I'll sleep better, but it never works out that way. It literally never works. I get to about, it's one of them things where either I fall asleep early and wake up at about 3 o'clock, or I don't fall asleep till about 3 o'clock. My sleep routine's like so weird. But yeah, it's been a while since I've stayed awake all night. It's going to be running in it. Come on, Eamon, answer me. Why do you feel the need to have a fake account? Why do you feel the need to be fake? Because it'd piss you off if I modded the real one, wouldn't it? If I actually modded the real one, even though I know the real one's not bothered about being a mod, it'd piss you off if I modded the real account. Because that's why people do mod people, so they know it's the genuine person. I wonder if I don't even think I've got any fake me's. I don't know. I haven't seen that any. Maybe I do, I don't know. But they'd know of my content, because do you know what I mean? People can't impersonate my account, because then they'd have to impersonate my content, and nobody can impersonate my content, can they? People got quiet now. See, I know when the live's dying down now, where it goes quiet. The fake gamer does troll me on the whole channel's good mods should sort him out, cat. Yeah, but this is what I mean at the beginning. This is why it's like the mods I've had have been really good. Don't get me wrong, the mods that I've had, but you know, I'm one of them where I'm like, because I don't go live that often and I don't get a lot of people in my lives, I don't really want mods. I don't need mods. And if a fake one comes in like that, then it's one of them where, you know, you kind of get the gist of who the real one in it is and who the fake one is. And as long as the fake one isn't being nasty, like if the fake one were being nasty, like really nasty and being really horrible, then I'd get rid of him. But again, it's just, you've just got to look at it as just words on a screen, haven't you? You know, what they're not doing anything serious. The only people they're affecting is themselves. Do you know what I mean? They're only affected. Like, it came in and called me a thumb. Like, is that the worst you've got? Like, seriously, is that the worst you've flipping got? Do you know what I mean? It's like, you've just got to take what they say with a pinch of salt, innit? So unless they're really, really, really nasty, which they're just doubting themselves then. But if they're just going to come in and be silly, like this one's obviously being, then, you know, you just got to take what they say with a pinch of salt, innit? So, well, I would say bye for now. We just need to follow the well-known philosophy, Nigel, don't we? We just need to follow our own philosophies. We just need to carry on being good people, being good souls, kind-hearted, awakened souls, and just enjoying life. Enjoying each other, and just, like I say, the enemy is the government. Remember that, people. The enemy is the government, the elites. When people realise that, the better. And the more people that awake to realise that, the better. So, God bless. Hope everybody, you know, like I say, if you got going on Saturday, please stay safe. You know. Question Cat, pineapple on pizza, yes or no? I've had pineapple on pizza once and I didn't mind it. I actually didn't mind it. So for me, I'd have pineapple on a pizza. Look at my pizza wall. Look at my pizza wall. Look at that. Look how scrumptious that looks. Look how scrumptious that looks. I still need to do another one right there. But yeah, I don't mind pineapple on a pizza. I can't remember it. Your Coving era vids, big respect. Coving era vids. Never mind, my good British fellows. It's like every time I'm about to end the live and go out, someone new comes in and I feel like I don't want to go now when someone new's just come in. COVID era. Damn autocorrect. I hate autocorrect. It's so annoying, isn't it? Especially when you're a lazy typer like me. You're just such a fast type. You type really fast and then you just type things and then you read them back after you've already sent them. And you think, shit, what the hell have I just put there? How did that word get from that to that? So what should we do about this fake Eamon Pop? There's nothing we can. I mean, like I say, I could block him and kick him out, but yeah, not, you know, this is what I mean. He's not doing any harm. As long as, you know, the real Eamon. As long as the real Eamon. If the real Eamon tells me to block, then I'll block. But if he's really bothering the real Eamon, then I'll block. But to me, he's harmless. The fake Eamon is probably just a curry muncher. Got to back off Michael though. Michael's harmless, honestly. I don't know what his issue with Michael is. Michael wouldn't hurt a bloody fly. Michael wouldn't hurt a fly. Is awesome. Actually, like Michael asking him, he's a good one. All right, guys. Right, any more before I go? Give it. What time are we on? 5 minutes. Give it 5 minutes. Give it 5 minutes. See, and like I say, sometimes when people say certain things, YouTube does its job and hides the messages itself. And this is the thing with free speech. See? someone's putting something right now that YouTube isn't allowing through. It's not me and it's not mods because I haven't got any. It's YouTube doing what YouTube does and not showing them. I can see them. Hiding my true messages. No, that's YouTube. See, this is what I mean. That's YouTube for you. That's YouTube restrictions for you. I'm not having to do anything. And this is where our mods really needed. Because that's bloody YouTube. So, we're going to send you a coffee, Cat. My son has to set a new account up. Bloody hell. Too much bloody coffee, me. That's my bad. I need to cut out coffee. I need to stop drinking it, really, but... Everybody's allowed some pleasures, and certain pleasures in life, aren't they? And if coffee's mine, then coffee's mine. John, that's not on. See, now even I'll mute. You know what I mean? For that, I'm going to put you in timeout. I'll put you in timeout for that message. I don't know why. I don't know why YouTube allowed that one then. I don't know why YouTube allowed. See, this is what it's funny as well. It's like comments I get on my videos. Sometimes comments get hidden and sometimes they get shown. But sometimes some messages I'll get to see the messages. And I kind of think, what's wrong with that one? Like, literally, what's wrong with that one? I don't, do you know what I mean? Some messages I kind of think, comments that people leave, I think, they've not said anything there. So, I don't know if it's just a glitch sometimes where, I don't know. It's one of them. Right. See, would that naughty timeout that was, would that naughty? So be careful, eh? You know, I tolerate some things, but some things I won't tolerate. I won't block you, but I can shove you in timeout for being naughty. Being your ear canal. I'll show you my bloody ear canal. You want to see my ear canal? Look at that. There we go. There's you. Picture out of my ear canal. Take that, you piece of wax. Right, I'm going. I'm still playing games while listening. What game are you playing? Let me guess. Is it Fortnite or COD or something like that? GTX. Space Engineers? What the bloody hell is Space Engineers? Have we got two Johns in now? Have we got two John Clarks? Is that what's happening now? We've got two Eamons and we've got two John Clarks. 3 months ago, no subscribers. I think the other one disappeared. The other one left. When the other one left, a fake one come in. Two Eamons and 2 Johns. Honestly, you guys, you need to get alive. You need to go and breathe in some clean, fresh air. You need to breathe in some clean, fresh air. I'm telling you, it'll do you the world of good. It'd absolutely do you the world of good. I'm going soon, local. I'm going soon too. Be careful on Saturday, local, please. Be very, very careful and look after yourself. Oh man, come on, right, come on, guy, right. So let's see then. Okay, let's give the trolls a little bit of attention, shall we now? Let's give the trolls a little bit of attention they crave. So trolls, right? So I'm allowing you to troll me right now. Obviously, if you can say messages that aren't going to be hidden by YouTube. Let's see how original you can be. If you want to troll me right now, you want to say horrible things to me, let's see what you can come up with that A, is original, B, that YouTube isn't going to block out. So obviously, you know, you can't say anything too nasty, too horrible, because otherwise YouTube will just block it. But let's give me your worst. Let's see how original you can be. Come on. Let's see how clever you can be. If any trolls, there's only 6 people in here now, so I think they've probably disappeared now. But if there's some fake accounts, come on, let's hit me with your worst. What's the worst you've got? What's the worst you've got that's not going to be blocked by YouTube? The trolls are probably sleeping children. 67 mustard, whatever that's supposed to mean. And let's see, you know, let's give them this opportunity, yeah. And this is the thing, yeah, when, you know, they couldn't come up with anything original if they tried. This is the problem with trolls now. They could not come up with anything original if their life depended on it. If their life depended on it, they could not come up with something original. Let's see them stings come out. Let's see how sharp your stings are. Go on then. Let's see what you've got. Let's see what you've got. Let's see if you can put a hurtful comment that won't be blocked by YouTube. Let's see you do it. Let's see you put something that's, you know, obviously you've got to find that fine line as well that's not too offensive. This is what when we're talking about free speech, let's venture into free speech, yeah. Let's find that difference between free speech and hate speech, yeah, because everyone's probably got their lines are different. And I need to know a bit about you. Well, if you watch my videos, you'd know a bit about me. That's the thing. See, this is the other thing with trolls. They don't pay attention. They just assume. That's the other thing about trolls. They just presume. They'll watch 5 seconds of someone's content and think they know everything about that person. See, oh, potentially inappropriate message held for review. Got it. So, see, someone's just put shut up and that someone's put shut the flip up, but that got blocked. See, that even got blocked by YouTube. Someone's just put shut the flip up and that's been blocked by YouTube. What does that tell you? Is that free speech or is that free speech or what? Someone's just put shut the flip up and that's been blocked by YouTube. It baffles me. It baffles me. Fine line between free speech and hate speech, yeah? If you can work out that between that fine line, then you're a good troll. If I can come across a troll that can distinguish the difference between fine line and, then, you know, I think you've cracked being a troll. Hold up. I'm going to ask ChatGPT, but I need to know if you're a man or a woman. Oh, God, can you even trust that ChatGPT? I've seen a lot of people relying on that ChatGPT, and it's like, it's probably as reliable as AI is. I've seen loads of people turn into that ChatGPT. ChatGPT is my life. Is it good? Is it good or not? Is it good or not? But yeah, I can understand why people are relying on ChatGPT now. I mean, it's probably the only way they'll have any sort of connection whatsoever if it's with a machine. Who is the bright figure? Who is the bright figure? That. Oh, bright. Who is bright 70? I don't know. Who is it? Why don't you ask him? Bright 77, who are you? Why are you turning your attention to him now and not me? See, where's these trolls there? Where's these trolls there? I'm giving you this opportunity to troll me now, and you've all gone shy now. You've all gone shy. You know, if you're gonna troll, then troll properly. Or don't bother at all. This is what I say to trolls. If you're gonna troll properly. Yeah? If you're gonna troll, do it properly and do it with your chest pumped out. You know. Otherwise, don't bother. Do you know what I mean? Don't turn your attention to other people. Don't turn your attention to other people in the chat. Okay, what's the point in that? What's the point in the foreign messages? It has to be in English. Literally has to be in English. And so for some reason, some of your messages are being blocked out now, Bright, as well. Some of your messages are being hidden and all. And I know you're not putting anything hurtful. What in the hieroglyphics? Exactly, what in the hieroglyphics? Can anybody work that out? It probably is something hurtful, but rather than putting it in English, they're deciding to just put crap in. But that's told me all, and now I know you're the fake one by putting it in that as well. So now you've outed yourself by putting it in that. See? Trolls aren't very bright. They're not very, 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 very bright, are they, trolls? Not bright at all. They just out themselves like that. This is what I mean about playing cat and mouse with them. Listen, John, I don't mind you trolling, but if you're going to do it, can you please do it in English? So we can read it. I know you're trying to find a loophole now. But yeah, so I'll have to put you back in time out if you can't put it back in English. So if you're going to troll me, do it in English, please. Come on. I know you're dying to. I know you've got something. You've got get it off your chest. Come on. I'll be your punching bag. Come on, let it out. Let it out. Let your frustration out. No, you're highly angry. No, you're highly frustrated. Come on, let it out. Mandarin. Is that what it is? Mandarin. Why are you chatting in Mandarin then? Or are you just responding to Bright? Cognitive behaviour. Come on, guys. Come on. Troll me. Come on, if you're going to be a troll, then troll. Otherwise, sod off. You're boring. You need to go and breathe some clean sea air. Go and live. Go and turn social media off and go and live. Go and enjoy yourself. Ooh, what happened then? See, I think even YouTube's glitching out on me now. My own YouTube's glitching out on me now. See, they've gone quiet now. They've gone quiet. They don't know what to do now. They're sort of scrambling now, aren't they? They're scrambling. Right. What time are we on? Bloody hell, 10 minutes. Right. Countdown. Or count up. Which one? 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Right, you trolls are boring, right? I'm going. To everyone who's been in here. Oh, hang on. Last Fortnite Battle Pass, I just popped it up my PC because I need to get Fortnite Battle Pass. Didn't mention Fortnite. I like Fortnite. It's night time. Is that it? Right. So we're ending on Fortnite. Go play Fortnite. Go and enjoy your computer games. Love it to all. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you to all the trolls for trolling me. Appreciate everyone that's come in. If you're going on Saturday, look after yourselves. Keep yourself safe. I'm out. Good night. See you later. Good night. Enjoy. See you later. Catch you on the next one. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye-bye. Laters, guys.